What's up, everybody? We are back here for day three of the 2026 NFL Draft. The Chiefs are close to being on the clock for the first time since pick 40. They have gone defense up to this point with Mansour Delane trade up in the first round, Peter Woods at 29, and Mr. R. Mason Thomas at the aforementioned 40. And now the Chiefs have an opportunity to add to this roster at pick 109 to kick off day three, in which they do have 4 picks overall, and we'll see where they end up making them. Country, how you feeling, dog?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. I've got over the vitriol of night one. Night two was okay. It had some real personal things going on in real life, but we are here. Day three is where you make your money, and day three is where Brett Veach usually shines. So we're going to see what's going on. I would double down on edge right now. I could see safety. Tight end is an option. Not too many wide receivers that I want. Let's see who else. You could do running back here. What's up, Chuck?
There he is. What's up, Chuck?
What's happening, y'all?
Mike Washington would be fun. Keith Abney, Trey was interested in a lot in the pre-draft. Keontae Scott's still out there if you want to double down on corner. Chandler Rivers was intriguing. I don't see no wide receivers I want. Okay, I pushed the wrong button. Jesus Christ. Why'd you do that?
Hey, don't start pushing buttons now, Country. Come on.
No. I pushed the button.
I'm messing with you. All right. Just been getting out the mud. So I agree with you. Safety, in my opinion, doubling up at edge with Danny Sutton if he ends up making past these next 2 picks certainly makes a lot of sense. Wouldn't mind another corner. The tight ends have been picked over in my personal opinion too. But Chuck, let me know how you feeling and what you think that they should be targeting here at 109 as we get closer to it.
Man, yeah, I do see that we are coming up. But first and foremost, man, Jermon McCoy out the gate to start the final day.
Mm-hmm.
The Faders, man, they Faders. I'm not gonna lie, they looking a little competent this offseason. Not gonna lie.
The Raiders.
They still don't have wide receivers in my personal opinion, but I do think that they've done a good job in this draft so
far. They
made
some solid moves this offseason. I can't even lie.
We got 3-minute picks, right?
Mm-hmm. So we got the Niners coming up.
Anywhere else, Chuck, that you want to mention?
So I mean, Mike Washington Jr. is still on the board. Mike Washington Jr. is still on the board right now. That could be a consideration. I mean, Jalen Kilgore, if you want to add safety depth.
Jalen Kilgore still out there? Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, Grayson Halton to the 49ers. Grayson Halton still out there? By the way, I am completely behind on the draft. I don't know who went where except Darrell Jackson went to the Jets. I'm still pissed about that. But I am completely behind. But Grayson Halton, damn, he kind of went lower than expected, right?
Yeah, he was expected to be a day 2 guy, but the fact that he slipped is not a shock, I would say.
Jets been balling this draft too.
Jets have had a really good pick. The Denver Broncos are picking at 108 right before the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs will be on the clock here. Anybody else start to mention?
You see that Broncos 365 said that the Chiefs did not close the gap between Broncos and the Chiefs. It's like, what? Okay. It was only a 3-point gap.
Okay. Anyhow.
They said that for years.
We beat them 10 years in a row.
Right. I don't know. Well, we got a little bit of time before this pick ends up happening. The Broncos are taking Jonah Coleman at 108, which they definitely needed running back help. I don't know I could see him being a good compliment to RJ Harvey just because of how he runs. I got a few different topics. I'm going to save the Broncos topic and kind of conversation about this roster in general until after we see what they pick at 109. if you guys want to call your shot and tell me who you think you're going to get picked, let me know. What's up, DG?
DG, what's happening,
man, Mike Washington really does sound intriguing. Doubling down on edge right here would be intriguing to me too. Who's the best safety on the board in your opinion?
For me, it'd be Zachary Wheatley. I'm out of Penn State, but I think Genesis Smith is kind of close to just a different style of safety, more at the back end. I know a lot of people do think that Keontae Scott can play safety. He would not be a safety for me personally.
Be a slot corner.
Is it too high to go Kilgore?
No.
I
don't think it is. If you wanted to get Kilgore, I could understand it.
Damn, he just wouldn't be the best. When it fast, Jesus Christ!
Look, you got to be snappy with it. With it.
We're up now.
No,
so.
It said 3. It said 2:23.
Damn, he's already at the podium. That's fast. I guess we're going to be able to see this at the same time, right? Yeah, this one won't be spoiled because DG isn't here to do it. We can actually all react to this.
Yeah, they go by fast on this day.
Fan of the year.
Yep. I turned the volume. That's right.
Wait, time out. Is that Chief Britt?
Yeah.
That show is him, man. That's what's up.
That's Chief Britt, mate.
Yeah.
That was a terrible British accent.
The boy said my brothers and sisters to the International Fans of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden they picked the safety. Oh, did I just ruin it? I'm sorry.
Okay, so I mean, safety is kind of. I don't know if he's a safety personally. For me, I don't know if he's a safety. He played very well for Oregon as far as a nickel player. I think this means that we can safely say that Shamari Connor won't be playing in the nickel. This is a guy that can compete from day one with Kader Kohu to be the nickel on a consistent basis. He plays physically well. Plays better, I would say, coming forward than his size would suggest. He's 5'10", like 180. A little bit of a throwback as far as a safety, or actually a DB is concerned as a slot player is in that standpoint. I don't know how much I want him playing true safety snaps, but if they think that they can get that out of him, I understand it. And they get a lot of, they've obviously had the history of being able to take these guys that were either more corners than safeties or having more safeties and corners and then being able to turn them into guys that could do both or do the other one. So I'm not mad at the pick. It's earlier than I probably would have picked him, and I would have liked other different safeties, but I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, this seems like a nickel corner, competing for the nickel corner type of situation here with this pick. Mm-hmm. Hopefully to get Shamari out of there because we've been begging for that.
We can say that Shamari Connor won't be playing in the slot anymore. We could definitely say that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know a lot about the kid. I ain't gonna even try to break him down, but okay. You got a safety. Chuck, I've decided that from now on, I don't care about names anymore when I'm doing mock drafts. I'm just going positions. I'm just going positions from now on. I don't care about names. Because it just only leads to disappointment.
It's too much now.
I've been looking at these guys for four since Christmas, and then they just decided to pick somebody else. It's like disappointing. And I think
my fault.
No, go ahead.
But Kennedy, he went to 3 different colleges throughout his college career.
Yeah, he's been well traveled, to say the least.
Yeah.
Damn, 3 different. How old is he?
4th year senior, I believe.
Yeah. If I had to guess 23, maybe.
He is a 5th year senior. I'm sorry. Yeah. So he had moved around a little bit to say the least. He started out at Tulane for their really, I would say Tulane had some pretty underrated defenses while he was there. Missed basically a whole season for Ole Miss, then played his senior year for Ole Miss, and then transferred to Oregon as well. So again, well traveled, is a guy that's developed. I obviously because of his frame, he is 5'10", 180. There are going to be some bigger wide receivers and tight ends that can give him trouble, obviously for understandable reasons. And there's only but so much he can take on as a guy trying to take on blocks. But I mean, he competes at a high level. I think he is physical. He is a good athlete. I will say that for sure. He does have legitimately really good feet. He's got some pretty good top end speed. He's got solid arm length, kind of similar to Mansour Delane in that standpoint too. So, look, if you want to play him in nickel, he can do that. If you want to play him more at safety, he can probably get coached up into doing that. So I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, this last tweet was February 25th. He retweeted, Mansour Delane allowed 7 first downs in coverage in 2025 per PFF. Only power forward CB to allow fewer was Jadon Kadady, 5 among 185 CBs with 30-plus targets in coverage.
Thank you, Sir Charles.
Now they're teammates.
Mac, you on mute.
Oh, my bad. Y'all can't hear me. We got to get this out of the way early, country. Jaden Kennedy. Jaden Kennedy is actually named. Kennedy, yes.
So it's not Jadon Kennedy?
No.
I told y'all, he the Charles Barkley of the show, man. He the Charles Barkley of the show, man. He's going to screw up a name or two. It's just what it is.
I think they've actually, because if you look at their depth chart, and I may pull it up just so we can all see it together. I actually think that they've done a pretty good job here at adding enough versatility and depth as far as their cornerback. I would say even just their defensive backfield depth chart is concerned. I'm trying to show the screen. I can't even do it. There you go. And so I'm going to ask an overall question for you guys when I do put this on the screen, when it finally comes up. There you go. The cornerback room gets a little bit concerning, but I think Elam should be cornerback 5-ish, and you could play Kennedy more in the slot. You could move CRW a little bit around too. Obviously, they like Kevin Knowles too. So there's some things there. There's bets to be made that I think will land them with some good defensive back depth. Linebacker room is still a little thin, but they can still address that on day 3 here as well. I think the offense is what it is, but I still would like to have a day 3 running back. I say all that to say, is this a roster that you could see winning the AFC West in the upcoming season?
To win the AFC West?
Yes. Not talking about championships or anything like that, just AFC West.
Yeah.
Oh, Jets select Cade Klubnik. I'm surprised that Nesmire is still falling. I'm sorry. Keep going, guys.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that one too. But I don't know. It's still yet to be seen. Here's what I observed so far in this draft. I want to believe that this team is going to lean on running the football more and playing defense, but I just don't trust the coaching staff all the way there with that theory. Just yet. But this is definitely all defensive draft, and we do got a little more speed on defense. What I'm saying? So
I still think
but my thoughts on Jaden Kennedy though. This kind of looks similar to Noah Williams. Like the only thing that's probably gonna be an issue early on is he can get a little handsy at times, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Noah Williams went through his rookie year. But other than that, I mean the kid is not afraid to be physical. In the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to jam receivers. He's not afraid to get physical with them. So I can live with that.
Sorry, you're talking about Kennedy, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I can live with that. I mean, you can always improve on that. So,
damn, the Broncos back on the clock. I want to. Yeah, I don't know if. I think we're still gonna be in the running. I still think we're in contention to win the AFC West. I want to see. I think it's all going to depend on how Pat looks, and then how do you plan on integrating Kenneth Walker into the offense? Is it going to be the dreaded shotgun running, or is it going to be a mix of both? What percentage? Okay, let's go under center versus shotgun. If it was 60-40, would that be better for y'all, or is that too much of a change
as far as running the football.
From
no, he's just saying
running
under center in general.
I mean,
go ahead, Chuck. You can answer.
I don't know if it'll be 60-40. It may be a little less than that because you know the stubbornness is going to come into play at times. So, I mean, the only thing I hope for is like 55-45 maybe.
That's fair. I mean, as long as it's not 70-30 or
it was 80. It was 85. 20 no, 85 geez. It was basically 80-20 last year. Yeah, I mean, if you get to honestly, I would take 65-35. It doesn't have to, but if you can get to 60-40, then I'd be extremely happy if you're going to under center 40% of the time. And I think that number should be higher, in certain situations and where your short yardage, because that's where you can take advantage of the defense. So
Broncos went defensive tackle too. Cage Casey.
I think Cage Casey might be. He's not the guy from Ohio State. Is he the guy from Ohio State?
He's from Boise State.
Look like you from Boise State.
Boise State. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking of their edge, Ohio State's edge down the board. I mean, I think that there are a lot of ways in which this offense needs to overhaul. Part of which is certainly going to be under center, but it's also got to be calculated under center to be able to manipulate the defense. And it really, you can't just do it for the sake of doing it. You have to be very purposeful in why you do it as far as that is concerned. Let's go ahead and we got a few different chats to get
Drew
into as well.
Skelton from Penn State.
So I think they could use a wide receiver, a veteran guy. Diggs would not be the guy. I put out the tweet earlier today that, if you wanted a guy that legitimately could contribute, Juwan Jennings would be my choice. And then if you want a high upside guy, then of course it'd be Brandon Ayuk. Diggs is
going to be Tyreek Hill. That's not a.
Well, I mean, that they could do that, but it just doesn't. I can't rely on Tyreek Hill to do anything. So that would be my answer as far as that's concerned. They kind of took a Keontae Scott type of guy. What'd you say?
He's not gonna be wide receiver one. They bring him back. Like they just wait on. At this point, they wait on Tyreek to get healthy enough to even get out there on the field, and then they'll sign him.
But do they have to do that? Can they get another wide receiver?
It's gonna happen, bro.
I know it's gonna happen. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to be the choice.
You're gonna end his career here. It is what it is, bro.
Well, that's the scary thing. It might be the end of his career here next year. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
Caleb said, if we didn't pick AJ today, I would have lost my mind. I'm good now. I would be surprised if we get a wide receiver pick, but we'll see if that ends up happening here. Obviously, we did take a nickel cornerback. I would like a running back. They should not be taking any of these tackles. They are not worth a damn, in my personal opinion.
It just feels like they may increase the snap count with Jalen Rose and see what he got this year. That's what
they don't have a choice. He has to.
Yeah, I don't have a choice.
Yeah, this free agent
play, right?
Terrible. Yeah,
they don't have a choice.
You gotta play him. You gotta see what he can do, man.
Mm-hmm. If they don't think that they have a choice right now, they won't have a choice when somebody gets hurt. So
because you looking at a situation, you don't want this to be like a Cornell Powell type of situation where the dude doesn't even get a real opportunity to even show.
And he's a much better prospect than Cornell Powell too.
I mean, I agree with that. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I hope it doesn't go that way.
I think Chad O'Shea is. That's specifically why he was brought in. He had the most experience, and he probably can get. I don't think these receivers were being coached at all last year. I think wide receiver coach was the biggest eyesore on the coaching staff last year. It just. I'm sorry.
One of them. But yeah.
No, I think he was the easiest one to point to, at least.
I mean, the easiest one, yeah. But there was more than one. There was more than one eyesore. I'm just saying.
And it's like the wide receivers were actually calling him out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I expect the most improvement from the wide receiver core, and maybe they agree. I don't know, but Worthy's healthy. Rasheed is healthy. He's finally not under anything right now. You have no idea what you got in Jalen Royals because he barely touched the field last year. You got Tyquan Thornton who's hungry and ready to prove himself, but does he take another jump or is he at his ceiling? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So let's see where they go from here. But then you got the questions with Pat, though. How is Pat going to come out? How's he going to look off an ACL?
I just don't want him running around in the pocket or outside the pocket.
Well, that's why the offense has to evolve to make sure that he's not forced to.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Country.
I was going to say, here's the thing about Patrick running around. Some of them runs are on him though too. It's not like he's being forced out their pocket.
Like 15% maybe.
I know, but sometimes Pat has a clean pocket and he does a figure eight and he spins out, and it's amazing to watch. But it's not always the best decision that he could have made, and he ends up making a play. He's just that talented, but sometimes he bails on clean pockets.
The reason why I don't think that, or I don't really want to have a conversation about that is, A, to your point, sometimes that creates a lot of great plays as a result of what he does. And you just have to, in my opinion, live with the times that it doesn't work. B, he cut down a lot of that after the 2021 second half disaster into 2022 and beyond, and being able to stay within the pocket, in my personal opinion. C, the percentage of times in which he was bailing out of clean pockets, because or just to the detriment, I would say, of the offense, was so low compared to the times that he was bailing out of clean pockets just because nobody could get open, or he was bailing out of clean pocket or pockets that turned dirty after nobody could get open within the structure of the offense. It's just such a minuscule amount, to me at least, watching the games, that it's not even worth having a conversation about, because it's not a problem that needs to be fixed. There are legitimate problems with the offensive scheme that need to be fixed within structure so that he doesn't have to carry the workload that he did. Him being protected within the pocket relies way more on what the scheme of the offense is, in my opinion, than that is concerned. And I understand the Chad O'Shea point. I think Chad is going to help on the margins, but these guys individually have to be better, in addition to the team maximizing where they place him, in my personal opinion. I think Chad's going to help week to week. I think he's going to help with the details, but I don't think that he's going to be the guy that's going to be the major mover. It's going to be other things. Now look at the Colts owners front row. I know Nate Taylor going crazy right now.
Jordan Farmer, guard to the Colts.
Makes sense.
So
Caleb said that
Cowboys got they on the clock again.
Yeah, they got. I mean, they get a lot of top picks and they move around. They also, got some other. Oh, get it down.
I agree. We do like accountability. The receivers have to play better. Rasheed has to focus. Xavier has to stay healthy this year, and please open his route tree, Andy. Please, especially if he's healthy. Please open his route tree back up. And instead of what he was doing last year, I know he was trying to protect him from the injury, but he's healthy now. Let's use Tyquan Thornton all through the season and not just a couple weeks here, a couple of snaps there. I think they don't have a choice anymore doing that. But I just don't want to have to call Juju in week 6. Because somebody got hurt or something like that. And then that's a big move. I just don't want to do that. Devin Moore, cornerback.
Cowboys take Devin Moore.
Yeah, that's a really good pick for the Cowboys. I love Devin Moore a lot. I thought he was a day 2 guy, and obviously they need the cornerback help, so that's a really nice pick for sure.
Wait a minute, hold on.
They continue.
How is Mel Kiper best available? Nobody has been touched from Mel Kiper's best available. It's been like 15 picks.
Well, once you get to day 3, the picks just start going out of nowhere, man. And honestly, there were some picks on day 2 that were just bonkers as far as I was concerned.
Well, that's how you know Kiper been around for just a tad too long.
Yeah. Oh, there goes Surratt. He goes to Baltimore. That's a good pick for them. Elijah Surratt, wide receiver from Indiana. I'm surprised the Raiders passed on him though. You would think you would want to put your quarterback's wide receiver with him, like pair him up if you had the opportunity.
I was definitely shocked that they didn't do it. Caleb said he was mad that we didn't get Zion Young, understandable reasons. Dylan, we did. Your thoughts. Mo, I had a really good amount of sleep. I did sleep a little bit further in today than I expected to, but I very much enjoyed it. It was not Dennis Sutton or Surratt. Got a safety, nickel corner safety. We talked about that. Honorable plays slot, thank the good Lord. Yes, ideally. Ravens got through a lot. And I mean, I'm glad that they didn't trade for Kenny Moore. I thought that would have been a terrible decision. It's a good comp because that is the style of player that he is built in. It's just, hey, can you develop all of the things that Kenny Moore did to become the player he did is going to be the question mark. But they developed Kenny Moore more into that nickel aspect. I'll be interested to see which way they go with Jaden, if they want him to be more safety or be in the nickel more often. Chris said, what have the Broncos, Raiders, and Chargers done to make you say we can't win the AFC West? I mean, I think the Broncos just have a better roster right now. That's kind of a big piece of it. And they did kind of make a pretty big trade to add a second weapon that I thought that they need pretty badly. So that's why I say the Broncos. I think the Chargers were close to at the very least, if not maybe above. So it's really the Broncos, which again I hate them, to be clear. So it doesn't bring me any pleasure to say so. But that's the thing for me, Chris.
Where did Jacob Rodriguez go?
My bad, DG. I didn't even see you down there. What's up, dog?
Where did Rodriguez go, Chuck?
To the Dolphins. But here's I'm a D-Mac here. It's really just the Broncos, man. Honestly, even though the jury's still kind of out for Bo Nix. I mean, he had a solid year, but I think they need to see a little more from him before I'd be like, okay. But yeah, their roster is pretty solid, man. Other than that, so.
I will say this: the Buccaneers wrote out International Fan of the Year, and Kansas City wrote IFOTY. So we did cheap on the letters. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills for writing the whole word out and giving them a real.
The Bills or the Broncos? I mean the
Buccaneers. I'm sorry.
Buccaneers. Okay.
I'm sleepy.
Oh, you good?
Yo, what up?
What's up, DG?
What up, DG? Hey, I asked D-Mac, did nephew make an appearance on camera yet, DG?
Yeah, the first night he did.
Day one.
Yeah.
Keontae Scott to the Bucks.
Then the Bucks have been on it this draft, man. You got the Kane boys, man. You got Bane. Now you got Scott.
They went on Miami in the draft.
Yeah, Josiah Trotter at linebacker.
Has Philadelphia went all SEC in the bet? We have a trade, ladies and gentlemen. Houston trades pick to Los Angeles. Chargers are back on the clock. They heard D-Mac talking that stuff about them not winning the AFC West.
So I would assume the guy we got is more of a slot guy.
Yeah, nickel
yes,
corner.
he is. He's got a little bit of safety versatility, but he is more of a slot guy.
Yeah, seeing comparisons is like Kenny Moore, Bryce Callahan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about him because I didn't scout him at all. So
no, he
Messi. I was about to say Messi.
Sorry, he played well for their team, man.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I mean, more depth at that spot, at that position. I think it's what you truly said, D-Mac. It means that they definitely getting Shamari Connor out of the slot at least.
You must still be in the bed.
Nah, I'm at home. I'm moving today, so that's why I'm on camera right now.
Oh, you getting a new spot?
Yeah, we moving to a new spot. Things kind of went a little. I'll let y'all know behind the scenes, man.
Okay, yeah, you ain't gotta say it on here, but I mean, either way, man. I mean, congratulations. You still got shelter. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so the Chargers.
When's our next pick?
If we are our next pick doesn't come until 169.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that would be in round 5.
So we got a little bit of time. But they are kind of flying through these picks, I will say that. GG, I asked the question earlier. Well, Chris asked the question. I should say that, what have the Broncos, Raiders, and Chargers done to say we can't win the AFC West? How do you feel about us stacking up against the AFC West right now?
I still think we can compete. I'm not gonna go on a limb and say the division is ours again or anything like that, but I still think we can compete for it. I like what as much as it pains me to say I like what the Broncos did, because I really don't want to say that, but they have made some really good moves. The only thing for them, I tell people all the time, to me, it comes back down to who's got the better quarterback. And if you're asking me if I'm taking Bo Nix over Patrick Mahomes, I'll never tell you that in my life. So that's what the boiling factor is for me. Can Bo Nix replicate kind of what they did this year? Also, he's coming off of injury as well too. His injury was a little bit later on in the year than Pat, so we don't know how well, if he'll be ready for the season or anything like that. So, um, yeah, I got all faith in us being able to return back to making this division ours, but I would be an idiot to say that other teams in this division haven't made really good moves. So, you knew it was always going to be competitive, especially when we ran the division for damn near a decade. Um, and people was eventually going to get tired of that. So now we just got to retool again and hopefully take what's rightfully ours back.
Chargers take Travis Burke, OT.
Yeah, they addressing the trenches.
I forgot
They've
what
been
college
addressing the trenches lately.
Detroit is on the board. What's up? Come here.
Yeah, they address the trenches on the offense side and defense side of the ball. And then they got a wide
You
receiver.
winning, bro?
Kind of small though. Let's see, we got the Lions on the clock next.
Say hello, birthday boy.
What's up?
What's up with it, man? How was your birthday?
Good.
Okay.
Do you like the Chiefs draft?
I only throw one pick.
What pick did you want?
You only like one pick?
You only like one pick?
No, I only saw one pick.
What pick
okay.
did you see?
Okay.
The first one.
The first one. Did you like that pick?
It was okay.
It was okay? Okay. All right, get out of here. Jimmy Blotter.
I mean, look, John. I mean, we was like that not too long ago, John. You know what I'm saying? I mean, things just changed this past season. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it be like that. And a lot of these info games, they be close. They're closer now than what we were accustomed to previously. So, you know how that is.
As far as the linebacker room, I mean, they if you ask them, they feel like Cooper McDonald is the starting Sam linebacker. You say starting, but he is the Sam linebacker in base defense. And they have Cochran and Bassa right now behind Nick Bolton and Drew Tranquil. To me, that's bad, but to them, they feel like that's going to be adequate. But I still think that they could add a linebacker for sure, and there's some targets that make sense.
I think they should add Harold Perkins to make. Is Harold Perkins still out there?
Yeah, he's still out there.
Just to make CJ's day.
I mean, CJ picked on the most in all his mock drafts. So
I said,
what about Aiden Fisher? Is he still out there? There's still some linebackers out there, right?
Oh, yeah. Packers get Danny Dennis-Sutton. Great pick for the Packers.
I wouldn't mind Kyle Lewis or Harold Perkins as well too if we talking linebackers.
The only thing about Kyle Lewis is that he's redundant with Bassa in my personal opinion.
Yeah. As far as the size and things of that nature, but
Wesley Williams to the
we just
Jags.
we gotta get better at coverage at that position. So that's the only reason.
Definitely. I think this is Drew Tranquil's last year.
It better be.
It should be.
Last year should have been his last year.
Yeah.
Well, they tried to trade him to the to the Giants, but
yeah.
I think he took the pay cut so he wouldn't have to go.
I wish we could have pulled that off.
Bad when you be like, all right, man, I'll take the cut. Don't worry.
I wish we could have pulled that off, but
I paid a $5.
All right.
I mean, well, he got his the safety, so aloha.
Gilman.
Yeah, Mr. Gilman.
DM injury law. If you're hurt, call us.
Man, that guy's been advertising. That guy's advertising like a mug.
Who's bad? Who's bad? DM, Jungle Law, or who's the dude that does all the commercials on Hot 103? The lawyer commercials are just.
Oh yeah, you talking about that? Oh, Richard White. Is his name Richard White?
Oh no.
Yeah, but yeah,
Are you in the club?
Rap songs. Yeah, dog.
You're like, whose song is this?
It's like I don't know how you getting people to.
I trust Bossa. Yeah,
I don't know how you getting clients, bro.
They don't trust Bossa.
Snags trust him. That's what the problem
is. Yeah.
But yeah, the rap songs is crazy to promote a law firm. I don't know how you get.
CJ said that the Chiefs now have competition at the nickel spot. They've been needing that for a while.
I would say that they've got a lot of competition now because of CRW being there and obviously Coho coming in. And now Candy. But Kennedy does have a lot of versatility. He can play outside cornerback if he needed to.
Oh, you way ahead of me because I'm just now getting the Packers pick.
Yeah, no, that was a tweet. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to say the Packers just had another pick lined up right after that. So
I gotta figure out who is this guard that the Texans took that you couldn't. Let me see his name. Febechi Uwahu. Yeah, Uwahu. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that definitely would country's ass trying to pronounce that.
Ceviche.
Wahoo. Yeah. Febechi Uwahu.
Why they got harps on the Packers pick? Is that
country just sitting there and panning every single thing that they're doing for these picks, and they come out.
Everybody wrote out International Fan of the Year, and the Chiefs used the initials for, or what do they call it when you shorten it to the acronym? Chiefs went cheap. Come on, Clark.
Chiefs went cheap.
Everybody else wrote out International Fan of the Year on the back of the jersey. The Chiefs wrote IFOTY.
That's how you know they don't care about it like that. So
nah, they was like, yeah, we pay for your ass to get over here. We ain't paying for no jersey.
So that's
about to get these initials, boy. Danny Dennis Sutton. Chuck, have you ever thought about if you were a pass rusher, what would be your sack celebration?
Oh, my sack celebration. Golly.
Not a touchdown, but just like something quick and something, you won't get a flag for, but
I don't know. I'll do like something. I would do like a digging in the grave type of ordeal.
A digging in the grave.
Yeah. Get my shovel out.
You move to Kansas. D-Mac, have you ever thought about what would your sack celebration be? Or let me phrase it like this: what are some of your favorite sack celebration?
I mean, the Thor hammer is always been a pretty solid one.
I always was partial to Neil Smith's golf swing. That was cool.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Jared
Allen doing the calf roping. That was always my favorite growing up. I'll be honest.
Always fun.
Somebody does the fishing one. Did somebody do a fish sack celebration? Am I wrong about that? Did I just make that up?
No, somebody did have a.
Somebody probably did. I just can't remember who.
Yeah, I feel like somebody did. I like that one too. I'll be honest. Dexter Lawrence's his dance is hilarious.
Yeah. Dexter Lawrence is wild with his.
That shit is so funny as hell. I don't know what I would do
for the Steelers.
I don't know what I would do.
Is that a
somebody do a chugging thing? We have a
return guys in college.
Somebody did do a chugging celebration. I don't know who it was. Somebody did do.
Yeah.
Atlanta traced and the Raiders are back on the clock. Ever since we started talking about the AFC West, they've been back on the clock.
Yeah, Bruce Smith's home run swing was solid though, John.
Yeah, home run spring is always that's a classic right there. Mm-hmm. I like obviously Cole Kmet does that for his touchdowns. I'd probably do something like a little Jersey Club. That's what I would do. That'd be my sack celebration. So I wouldn't have.
Tony Clark had like a little hand gesture, but I don't know exactly what it was though. He should have did a shark.
Well, Chris Jones does the money thing every once in a while, or he does the crowd. And Charles Omenihu doing the hands up, I actually do like that one. We haven't seen it in a while, unfortunately, but trying to think of other ones. It's not necessarily a sack specific celebration, but anytime you got two big guys and they do the like arms interlocking where they do like this, I just like that. I don't know why. I like that. That one's always fun.
Yeah. I remember when Tom Ali and Justin.
Yeah, I was just about to say when they did the kid and play. That was
that's a great one.
We was trash.
That's a great one. Brian Burke's Spider-Man dance is cool. I agree with that.
We whipped the shit out of Pittsburgh that night. They got us back. Pittsburgh beat us like I think that was actually the Tyreek Hill game where he became like a legitimate wide receiver, but they beat us like 55 to something. But Tyreek Hill had 3 touchdowns that night. It was like it might have been 55 to 28 or something. What an ass whooping! I hate playing in Pittsburgh. Come on, Raiders, who y'all pick?
But we've been getting the best of Pittsburgh though.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, since Patrick Mahomes pulled up.
Yeah. I don't think he's lost to Pittsburgh, actually.
Mm-mm.
Did you see that tweet? This guy, Patrick Mahomes prime. And then I quote tweeted and said, prime, that was his 3rd game.
Right, that was the first year. His first year as a starter.
Well, look, this is near. Not everybody can come out, win MVP, and win a Super Bowl in their first 2 years starting. Is
but already
his prime, his first 2 years starting better than a lot of people's primes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ain't too many quarterbacks with an MVP and a Super Bowl on their resume. I'll tell you that right now.
It was a San Francisco Chris Conley touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. That was sick too. We ain't finished none of these Jones. Come on now.
All right, who did y'all pick? Now we're going to commercial. Chuck, are you going to see the Michael Jackson movie?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to go today.
Today?
Okay. Yeah.
Are you dressing up as Billie Jean or?
Nah, I ain't. I ain't
no leather jacket, no zipper.
Instead of you going dressed up as Billie Jean.
Nah. But yeah, he wild for saying that though. Billie Jean, what are you doing? Where you getting at?
All right, so if you had to choose one Michael Jackson look, what Michael Jackson look would you choose?
I mean,
it gotta be either Bad or Thriller.
For Halloween, I did do the Bad costume. Now, I don't know if there are pictures of that costume and me in it, thankfully, but I did do the Bad costume for one time. I think it was.
Hey, bro, he was
in high school.
He was fresh and bad, bro.
No, he was. Hey, man,
He was
He's like that, bro.
I'm sorry.
He was for sure
For
fresh.
his time, he
You
was
ain't
fresh.
bad. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing.
You ain't
They never played a whole movie of Bad, bro. Like Bad had like a 20-minute short video.
My
But
favorite part at the
thing,
end of that.
they took a lot of pride in their music videos. Don't do that no more.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sorry.
changed it. He changed the music video game.
My favorite part in that video is at the end when he's like, "You're doing wrong. You're doing wrong." That was funny.
You know what I love, low key, that Michael Jackson let Weird Al Yankovic just live, and he didn't like hate on him or nothing. He was just, all right, man, go ahead and make it happen. And he had a whole career just parodied in Michael Jackson. I'm fat.
They said he was actually cool with some of his impersonators.
Yeah, probably. No one
Well, I
knows.
mean, he loved obviously when Chris Tucker did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're kicking with the wrong leg, Chris.
Right.
But the fit I probably wear is what he wore at the Grammys. It was the blue get a shades on or whatever. That'd probably be the fit I would wear.
I like Smooth Criminal. That was a dope ass suit with the fedora.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Smooth Criminal, he was pretty fresh too.
Okay.
The Raiders took Mike Washington.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's kind of interesting.
GG, man, shut up. He came in with all this negativity.
My bad, bro.
Nah, it's all good. Damn, that's a good pick.
Yeah, I hate
Mike Washington though.
Dog. I mean, there are some teams that use two running backs. You know what I'm saying?
Is Emmett Johnson gone?
Nah,
no, not yet. He's fallen a lot, and I think it's just because of how he performed at the combine.
Mm-hmm.
What about that kid from Oklahoma? You like Jaden Ott? He's still out there?
Yeah. Jaden should still be available in like the 6th round.
As is my guy Jamari Taylor.
DG, any of your guys still out there available that you?
At running back or what position?
Or any of your guys that you one of your favorite lists? I
still like Jay Knott. He's still out there. I have to look at my list again. Where I scouted it. I would still take a flyer on Demond Claiborne would be a guy I would like. Tight ends would probably be Tanner Kozel. I wouldn't mind him. Probably what's your kid from Notre Dame? D-Mac. Eli? Yeah.
Oh no, Raridan's gone.
Raridan's
gone.
Yeah. Raridan's gone? Damn.
Yeah. He went on day 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, he went. Okay. Damn, I really would have to look. Let me look at the board.
Wade Woodass.
Wade
Woodass.
I asked wifey if she would still marry me if my name was Woodass. She said no.
She didn't say Woodass.
Grandma told me to go get a switch from the back door. I guess that's Woodass.
Chicago.
Hey, that young man set himself a failure. If he plays terrible, you already know what they're gonna do with his last name.
Reggie Virgil is another name that I would like, receiver out of Texas Tech. The Chiefs actually met with him.
I'm surprised we didn't get a Texas Tech guy.
Yeah, he's bigger body, 6'3", 187. I don't know if he's an actual X, but definitely can high point the ball. And has good speed. So
I like Kilgore, but I don't think we need him anymore.
Nah, not what you taking that kid from Oregon.
Yep. They just.
I mean, I can see still another safety added to this roster. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I can see it.
It's funny these other teams' international fans look regular American. You do got a Spanish accent though, so.
Bills took their pick.
Hey, Bears take your guy from Texas, Malik Muhammad.
Oh, Manny finally went off. Okay, that's good for him.
Little cornerback. That makes sense. Bills took Skylar Bell. They were making the wide receiver bet there.
Oh, DG, what's your favorite sack dance?
My favorite sack dance, like by a player?
Yeah.
Vaughn had some pretty good ones. What's that one where he did the he was imitating Key and Peele? He got fined for it, but
talking about
like the hip thrust.
He did the 3 bump. No, I forgot that he did the 3 bump.
Bobby Brown.
I will say, back in the day, Sean Merriman had his was really nice.
I was gonna bring that up.
Even though it used to piss me off, but it was a good celebration.
I wanted to bring it up until he did that on stage yesterday. Before he announced
he did it on stage.
Yeah. I said, man, just announce
who else?
He just did the like this, right? Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to remember what exactly it was.
You know, one of my favorite sack celebrations is when Lawrence Taylor said, "It's going to be a long day."
Lawrence Taylly got some of the greatest quotes ever, man.
I said, "You're going to be like a bunch of crazy dogs." What?
My pop still said that to me randomly.
Skylar Bell to the Bills.
We had on the phone, he just be like, "We gonna go in there like crazy dogs."
Matthew Judon had a really good one where he does a little, he like wipes his nose, it was really creative. I never seen it. Yeah.
And then everybody started doing that though afterwards.
Yeah.
Like the receivers.
Breland got fined for that.
Who else? I'm trying to think of people was like, all right, that's unique ones.
Good morning.
Mark Gastineau had
he must be on the West Coast.
What was Mark Gastineau's sack dance?
Oh, sure.
Gastineau.
Yeah,
he's one of those guys that's like still mad at Michael Strahan for getting the sack rate.
Yeah,
I feel him though. I do feel him. I ain't mad at him.
Damn, even with the sack record thing, you can go back and find one of them sacks that he probably had wasn't really a sack.
Yeah, I mean Brett Favre did lay down for Strahan. I mean, but where was Brett Favre gonna go?
Somebody laid down for Myles Garrett for his record.
Yeah, and then like
Jared Mason Rudolph.
And then Jared Allen talked about how he got robbed that 1 year.
Yeah, he did talk about that thing.
Yeah.
Justin Houston got robbed. Remember they sent him on coverage on the last play against San Diego.
I was at that game. I remember that.
No wonder. Bad luck shot.
Man, shut up. Out of here.
You walked right into that one. I love you, Chuck, man. I love you. You did kind of walk.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, I just looked it up. Mark Gastineau just looked like he was on cocaine when he sacked somebody, so that's fair.
I was trying to look at that up too, dog.
Fully loaded. The Bills had back-to-back picks.
Caleb Elarms or
that's
such a good
or pick. Legs is
who they take?
Arms or legs.
That's a really good pick. They got him. They got TJ Parker, Caleb Elam's or.
Oh, okay.
That'll help their second line.
Ooh, nice sack.
Nathaniel, we picked Jaden Kennedy, who is a slot nickel safety cornerback. Really, he's a defensive back out of Oregon. And so we are waiting for the Chiefs to be back on the clock at 165. Was it 168?
169.
169. Sorry, yeah.
It felt like the same 6 teams that picked 49ers are back on the clock.
Well, this is the thing. A lot of teams are really good at being able to consistently have a bunch of picks, and 49ers are one of them. Ravens are one of them. Broncos tend to be really good in the comp formula. Cowboys as well. So you get to see a lot of these teams picking a lot on day 3 just because that's what they do. Eagles are also one of them. Bills are one of them too. The Browns just have a bunch of capital, though. I wouldn't say that they're one of those teams, though. If this were around. DG, I was listening to G and X earlier, and I was like, this shit kind of bangs still.
You said he was doing what?
I was listening to G and X earlier, and I was like, this shit kind of bangs still.
Yeah. What makes me mad though is the people that like deem it as a classic.
Yeah, that's too far. It's not a classic, especially when you're talking about somebody with the high quality that we assigned to Kendrick Lamar. It's not a classic.
I get the impact part of it, like the impact. If you want to go that route, I understand that part, but deeming it as a classic is crazy.
Well, this is the microwave generation, man. Everybody instantly classic.
Yeah, everybody want a hot pocket right now.
That's the thing. The internet, the gift and the curse of the internet, bro. It's like you really used to sit with an album for weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like you really could like sit with it. Now it's like you get it at midnight, you listen by 1, and then you be like, it sucked, or it was a classic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's either trash or it's a classic.
What I hate the streaming.
Not everybody does that, but I'm saying that's what the internet does a lot.
I hate that streaming has made it to where like the first listen type of people that'll listen to him like, it's trash. Like
right.
you didn't even listen to it. You only listened to it once.
Yeah, like, you gotta listen to it a few times at least.
I was like riding with it in the car, right? You remember like when the CD used to drop, you used to get it, ride in your car with it, listening to it at home or something, Like you gotta change locations sometimes.
It's like the Black album. Like the first time I listened to it, I was like, "That's it." Like that ain't And then
first time
you live with it and go back, and the first time I heard the Black album, I didn't like it.
Wow, I'm always interested by this because obviously I'm on the younger side, so I wasn't there when the Black album dropped in theory. So I was asking my pops about this earlier too, about some of the albums that when they dropped, he was like, "Yo, these are crazy." Black Album wasn't one of them, but I did ask him about his reaction to Black Album. But that's interesting, Country. I didn't know that you were underwhelmed by Black Album. I love it.
Yeah, the first listen, I was just like,
I remember.
I think I judged it as if this was going to be my last album, I wouldn't have made this album. But then when you just listen to it, then I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it now. So I still don't like Change Clothes. It's not one of my favorites.
I mean, that's
I instantly got Blueprint though. I instantly got It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Like, oh shit, what was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me listen to this again. But on first listen, I didn't get Black Album first.
The first
that was him on his kind of rich raps. So I think that may be a shock to this.
The first album I can remember that like had a huge impact where I can remember everybody listening to it was Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah. When Get Rich first came out, everybody went crazy on that.
Like, it was like a tidal wave.
That was in everybody's car. Pretty much every trap drug dealer everybody was listening to that album, bro.
Yeah, I mean that shit, and I know well enough, even not having been there, that shit dropped and it was different.
And I mean, TM 101 from Jeezy, man. I mean, that was another one everybody went crazy over.
Panthers got Willie.
Ooh, I did not like Jeezy.
Schools, man.
I'm like, Jeezy, this dude cannot rap. Like, why are y'all gassing this?
You wasn't a Jeezy fan?
Huh?
You wasn't a Jeezy fan?
No, sir. Jeezy is one of the rappers. I will give Jeezy this. Every album, you can see the growth, you can see the improvement. Every album, he's like one of the few rap artists where you can literally tell, okay, he got better at this. And then on the third album, he got better at this. Like he became more of a complete rapper the further he went. But initially, I didn't get it. But then one day I was in the club and Soul Survivor came on, and I was like, oh, that's what I'm. This guy is crazy. He's out of here.
T.I. kind of had that kind of wave too, where his first album was okay, and then those next couple like what's it?
Trap music.
When 24s came out, it was
momentum.
But see, that's on the first album.
That's the second album. The first album was
that's the second album. Yeah, I didn't get
Trap music was like the build up, and then Urban Legend. That's when he really
Urban Legend when he really kind of broke through.
Yeah,
but Jeezy messed up, man.
We don't sit and read the CD booklet no more, bro. I used to sit there. My first listen would be go home, you get your little boom box, you put the CD in, you take the CD booklet out, and you read it as you listen to that album. You know what I'm saying? And okay, such and such produced it. I was one of those type of nerdy dudes with the music. Such and such produced this and the sample of this. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of. But that's dead, man. Nobody reads credits anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Last album I bought was 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Wow. And I bought it like the day it came out.
But I went and bought the Blueprint on 9/11. I know we're under attack right now, but I asked my friend, can you please drop me to Sam Goody real fast?
Right.
So I can go get this Jay-Z out.
We're under attack right now.
The towers have fallen, but I still
get this
Jay-Z. Don't disrespect any of the people that have lost people.
I understand completely. I probably would have felt the same way.
It went gold. Nobody takes it. I wasn't the only one.
But I wasn't
the only one.
I'm sure.
I'm like, man, hey, I know planes are hitting towers and mad people have died, but that was like 3 hours ago. Can you please take me to Sam Goody so I can go get this New Jersey album?
The country is in dismay right now, but
I do not mean to offend anybody or anybody that lost their life in the night. It was a horrible horrible tragedy.
Prayers and thoughts to all the victims still.
Yeah, that afternoon I was trying to get a ride to Sam Goody to go buy that Jay-Z album. That was $20-something. That's back when albums were like $20 too.
That's so funny because like I remember people in middle school was walking around with that album, like just took it out their book bag and stuff.
I was gonna say another one for me was Graduation. Graduation was a huge.
I wish I was like listening to music, but old enough I should say back then to that, because the first time that I ever heard Graduation. Well, the problem is the first time I heard any songs off of Graduation is with my dad riding the car. I never actually heard the album like straight through. But that is my favorite Kanye album without a doubt, because it's incredible.
Will lead to the Panthers.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was one of my guys' country.
Yep.
Who just went?
Will Lee.
I'm really partial to Late Registration. Late Registration is probably my favorite Kanye album.
Really? That's funny. So I'm not saying that.
I love Late Registration.
That's probably my least favorite of his first, kind of run as far as that's concerned.
For real?
That's how I felt.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'm sorry, go ahead, Chuck.
That's how I felt in the beginning, because Late Registration, I was like, I don't know.
I still think it's a great album, but it's just my favorite.
But then, like later on, I went back and listened to it, and I was like, okay, I missed some of the gems he was speaking on this joint. So
College Dropout was.
I think, College Dropout. You could tell like his heart was really into that one, and it was just more so him trying to get people to really believe that he could rap. I think you know what's funny is that I think Late Registration is when his ego started to kind of build. But I also think Graduation is when his production went to another level or whatever. When he started messing with different sounds and like different types of production. Because that graduation, he kind of, I wouldn't say he fully got away from sampling, but he went to a lot more synthesizers on there, a lot more melodic tunes on there or whatever. It was kind of out of the realm of him going from College Dropout, which was a lot more hip hop sampling base to where he is. He kind of is in his production today.
Yeah, no, I thought he was incredible on Graduation, man. Just
Graduation does contain the worst Kanye song of all time, though.
Which one is that?
Drunken Hot Girls is the worst Kanye song.
I'll give you that.
And that's the funny thing about it. Even though it is my favorite, I can't say that it has no skips because
Drunken Hot Girls is how did this make the album? I don't know how.
I will say I think Graduation has his best intro though.
Good morning. What's the?
I mean,
good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And I think late registration. I think late registration's intro. I like it just a very, very, very tad more. But that Good Morning is an incredible.
Late Registration is a perfect album, bro.
Then I was gonna say
Genesis Smith to the Chargers.
Graduation has probably my favorite song on there, which is I Wonder.
Beautiful.
Everything I Am is probably one of my favorite.
And I wonder if you know, that went crazy, dog.
But yeah, Everything I Am is definitely dope. Flashing Lights, Can't Tell Me Nothing, The Glory.
Yes.
Homecoming, a lot of
he went crazy on Barry Bonds with Lil Wayne.
He did go crazy on Barry.
Yeah, Lil Wayne kind of fumbled his verse, but I love that song. And it's right behind Drunken Hot Girls, which is I can't skip Drunken Hot Girls fast enough to get the bill.
I definitely skip that one.
I would break my finger trying to skip. Skip. Most Def is on that song too. It's just
but I was like, all right, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this, dog?
Oh God. But Kanye's first 5 albums, man, it's hard to top that run. Even with 808s and Heartbreaks was like a total departure from what he was doing. Even that, in hindsight, I don't think Drake exists without 808s and Heartbreaks. Or J. Cole, for that matter. I think he ushered in a new sound, a new wave. A lot of the new guys, I think they come from that album.
Well, you don't get.
Kanye got a lot of kids out of here. That's what I'm saying.
I was gonna say you don't get the Uzis or the Playboy Cardis of the world. Like I know y'all don't listen to these guys, Travis Scott's of the world. If you don't have 808s and Heart, but he ushered in a lot of them too. With the sound and
that's a fact.
I don't know much about Travis Scott, but it's just something about him. I do not like him as a person.
Crazy part is he wrote for Kanye.
Everybody writes for Kanye. The Chargers are having a nice draft. I don't know who Brennan Thompson is, but these last 2 picks by the Chargers have been great picks.
I don't like Travis Burke, but Mesidor is a good piece. I mean, he'll be able to help their pass rush out immediately. Jake Slaughter is a good center for them as well, and I do very much like Genesis Smith for sure.
Are we still on international fans? I am mad that the Chiefs went cheap and did the acronym, bro.
Yeah, this is really bothering you.
It bothers me. I don't want to look like a cheap organization. I say that like I work for the Chiefs. Jeremiah Wright, guard from Auburn.
I guess the international theme is, I think, it's just a round 4 thing.
Yeah,
probably. They don't switch it up.
Probably. We have another trade. Trade to Baltimore, San Francisco. The Ravens are on the clock.
Let me see. Let me check this best available right now, man. See what's happening. I ain't gonna pay attention to Mel's joint. I don't care about Kuiper like that.
Where did Bud Clark go?
Where did he go?
I think I heard him go last night because I thought
the Seahawks. He went to the Seahawks.
He went to,
The reason why
because CJ was like, they don't even need him.
Yeah, that's fair.
John, I'm with you, dog. You know, but hey, going at that money, man.
Yeah,
it's money over quality these days.
Anybody want to see the Jaden Kennedy highlight?
You got one up?
I do. Let's pull it up right now.
Sure.
Charles, that's not Charles Goldman. Oh, he got a pick over Makai Lemon. Cool.
Nice.
Wait, that right.
That was Shamari Connor would have went for a first down.
Well, you're not wrong.
I mean, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. Brother ain't lying. Like, we'll all let Chuck know he lying. Like,
Matthew Hibner, tight end from SMU to the Ravens.
So the Ravens went cheap too. They just did the acronym with her jersey. They ain't go all out with hers.
That's crazy.
Tight end out of SMU.
Top 50 rappers of all time. Complex.
Got a few gems on the board.
Shout out to the Scott Loring. I'm show this tweet that he just pointed out. Wow. So, and here.
I said, what was he saying?
I'll show you in a second.
Snoop over Ice Cube? Wow.
There you go. It's in the grave, guys. It's in the grave.
Oh, who tweeted that?
Scott Loring.
So DG, I think Spags and Veach made a compromise of, I will get you Peter Woods, but you have to take some speed on that edge.
I mean, I hope or I'm hoping that Spags has just learned his lesson that you can't be as slow as you were last year. Like,
yep.
But I don't know, man. Like I like I said last night, I understand D-Mac's concerns or whatever. They're valid because I mean I would be concerned as well too. I don't want them to put weight on him or anything like that. I don't want them to make him into something that he isn't. I don't think that they would draft him if they weren't going to use him. You have to use him in some kind of capacity, and that's why I said I think if anything, he can be a situational edge rusher for you.
Starting off, yeah.
The kid he's got real juice off the edge, right? He can play the run too. It's not like he can't just play the run, or whatever. I wouldn't, like I said, I don't think he's great at it or anything, but I think his best traits are that he's a really good edge rusher. Especially with the way this league is trending right now. You need somebody that can win with speed, bro. Like that's how this league is going.
Yeah,
absolutely. Him playing
you
playing
marked
him.
on a lot last year.
Yeah,
With
him
speed
playing.
aspect.
But yeah, him playing the run is definitely one of his weak spots. Like sometimes he is a little undisciplined when it comes to that. So that is a concern. But I mean, starting out, you definitely just want him to focus on rushing the passer, being a situational pass rusher. Then gradually add more to his play as he gets better in certain areas of his game.
Kendall Daniels, linebacker from Oklahoma to the Falcons. I do think TJ Parker was on the list.
Oh
He
yeah,
was. He
I think
was.
TJ was there. I
I
think he
think
was
he was on
their
their
first
radar.
edge rusher on the
Yeah.
list. I think they really liked him, but I think ultimately they kind of knew that they might miss on him or that he wouldn't fall that far. And that's why I said, bro, at 29, like I get
And some people and like other NFL fans, besides us, some people was like, man, the Chiefs got a steal with R. Mason.
The R Mason.
Yeah.
He was on the radar. I don't think he was the one you were in love with, but he definitely was on the radar, right? Like,
yeah, definitely. It's a good alternative. I mean, like I said, I'll take it.
even Peter Woods is not. He's not the fifth best defensive tackle. He's like top 3, right? I think he was even top 3 on DG's list.
But I thought the
I
boy
had him number 2 for the record. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought the boy McDonald from Ohio State was better. That's just me personally.
Okay.
But
the Colts went cheap. The Colts went cheap with the acronym.
Well, I think Caden is better depending on what you're chasing. If you just want a guy, hey, I'm just going to be able to put you out here on run defense snaps and you're going to be awesome. Cool. I don't mind chasing Peter Woods because of the upside and the versatility as far as that's concerned. And I think he's big enough that you can play him next to a guy like Omar Norman-Lott in the future. But he's also versatile enough that you could just play him next to Tonga to give Chris Jones a lot of breather snaps if you need him to. So, and he does legitimately have a really, really high ceiling. It's not quite Chris Jones high like I thought Caleb Banks' ceiling was, who's the only one that I would say even has that high of a ceiling, but I did think that it was high for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how bad that foot
I
is.
am Butcher. Bo checker. I knew how to say his name and I forgot how to say his name, but Bryce, the line.
It looked like Butcher. It looks like Butcher.
I think it's Butcher. Yeah.
Bo Ector.
It can't be pronounced that way. It's got to be Butcher. We'll find out if we care enough.
Now, Drunken Hot Girls is playing in my head, and I hate all of y'all.
Dude, it played in my head too, dog. I said this song is so trash.
This damn ADHD, man. This damn ADHD, bro. It's like playing in a loop around my head.
Bruh. Because the most dead part coming up. La da 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 da. Yeah, that part.
God. Stop it, please. Yeah. It's a lot of linebackers going off the board right now.
Yeah, I've seen a run of them.
I think Peter Woods, they thought that defensive tackle run was about to start. And, I would be curious to get a notebook of how they broke down. A snapshot of their big board. I would be curious to see how their big board played out versus all of ours. I think it's easier to nail the position than to nail the player. We all know what they needed, right?
Yeah. What was I about to say?
Well, Peter I thought Woods, wide receiver was on that list, to be fair.
Like with Peter Woods, man, like I think part of it is just they looking at the fact he played for two different defense coordinators his last 2 years. And ultimately the Chiefs were like, last year's tape, we kind of gonna scrap that because they asked them to do stuff completely different from what was 2 years ago.
Did he lose weight too?
That I don't know.
I wonder is Jalen Kilgore still in play?
He's still on the board.
Yeah, he's still on the board. North Dakota State. I think that's when my sister went to school. I'm at the college.
Who the Saints just take? I missed it.
It says the pick is in, but they haven't said. They say had a bad job. Jordan Tyson, Christian Miller. Oh, Oscar Delp. They took Oscar Delp in the third?
Yeah.
That's a little high, though, ain't it?
I mean, I thought he was day 3, but hey.
You believe in the Saints quarterback?
I gotta see how he handles having film on him before I jump to a definite conclusion. Because he got to a good. I mean, I say this: he got to a good start whenever he finally got the opportunity. But now teams gonna have an off season to know his tendencies and stuff. So I just want to see how he handles that. Hold up, Beach gotta go. Okay, so all right. So what didn't you like, KT? What don't you like? What don't you like about this draft so far?
Please, I'm gonna warn you. Please don't be John Dorsey guy.
Yeah, without saying John Dorsey,
because that might get you destroyed. Come on, man! Announce the pick.
I saw somebody bring his name back up again the other day. Talking about, oh man, people are trying to erase John Dorsey from history. He's the one that drafted the Hall of Famers. I'm like, and Brett Beach hasn't.
I think Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid had a hand in all of those picks. The bottom line for John Dorsey didn't inform anybody of the plan that he had in his head, and you can't work like that without everybody knowing the plan.
Mm-hmm.
At least knowing the plan.
Yeah.
His draft process just makes no sense.
Well, I mean, me and D-Mac, we had that same opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like doing the extensive research after the Lane pick. Yeah, Washington and New Orleans was keeping tabs on him, and they was looking to pick him and stuff, right? But I just don't agree with Brett Veach as far as like him being a more impactful player than Caleb Downs or Ruben Bain for his defense. And I want to take this further too, because like I listened to the drive with Mitch, and I disagree with what Mitch said in regards to Ruben Bain. He said, well, all the fans that wanted the Ruben Bain pick 6, well, you slid to 15. I'm like, I just don't like that type of thinking because NFL teams can be stupid at times. Like that does exist. I mean, because like we also saw Caleb Downs slide to number 12 to the Cowboys. That don't mean they not force multipliers as far as like being a top 5 guy in this draft class. You know what I'm saying?
The Saints took Bryce Lance, wide receiver from North Dakota State.
That was one of D-Mac's top guys to look at before day 3 began.
You trade up for a corner that you're not paying?
Well, yeah, history says we don't pay corners after rookie year, but I don't know. This might be different since we took him in the top 10.
We ain't never drafted in the top 10 either, though.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it might be different. Like, if he shows up and outperforms his rookie contract by a mile, then we may actually pay. We may actually pay him this time. We may actually pay for a corner to stay. So At the end of the day, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, it's not the player, it's the process, And I feel like there's two players that are bigger force multipliers that you need for the defense. But I'm not gonna be mad at Delane being a guy because Delane gonna ball out. I've seen enough of his game. I've seen enough tape. The dude, he got sticky coverage. Pause. Like he's attached to the receiver's hip pretty much all times. So, and I know he ain't gave up a touchdown in like 2 years. So, I mean, that's a plus. Crazy.
I think they might be moving to another system on defense.
Fans got to realize this year is going to be different for Casey. After last season, they obviously had to come to Jesus. I mean, then we saw the coaching changes. Now different type of players. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not expecting us to
what we asked for, right?
Right. But I just know that I'm not expecting this team to win the Super Bowl this upcoming season. I'm a root for them to win.
Back on the clock.
But I just know we like a year away from possibly being a Super Bowl team. I just know it's not going to happen this year.
Patrick Mahomes is so good if he makes it to the playoffs. Making the Super Bowl is not off the table at all with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
Or at least the AFC Championship game.
Yeah. At the least. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Like we in the playoffs with Patrick Mahomes, you always got a chance. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if we're gonna get there.
They still got the best coach quarterback combination than 80% of the league.
Sure,
no matter what matchup they're going in, they're going to go in with the best head coach quarterback duo. Emmett Johnson has popped up on the Mel Kiper list by now. Okay. Malachi Lawrence. Cowboys had a good draft.
Yeah. Cowboys been doing their thing in their draft.
Yeah, but the Cowboys will do something silly and mess it up. But also kind of let it play out, man. We already judging where the season's gonna go, and they're not gonna make the playoffs, and they're all that. Like, man, just let it happen. We ain't even got to August. We haven't even seen them play. You know what I'm saying? Like, let it kind of play out a little bit. Don't be so quick to make your decision already. Fans lack patience.
Yeah, every fan not gonna be patient. You know how that goes.
I know it's hard, it's difficult, but I mean, at the same time, it's like, come on, man, you gotta chill out a little bit. Like, who won, Lakers or Rockets?
The Lakers gonna win that series, bro.
Is KD? He's still hurt?
Yeah, he quit. He quit on the team, basically.
He said he quit on the team.
Yeah, he a sucker, man. I look at him completely different now. But shout out to LeBron though, man. Like, the Lakers were behind late. He hit that clutch 3 to tie the game up, go to overtime, and they won the game. So
I gotta watch the call to Delane. Is it Mansour? Is that his name?
Mansour.
It's like
Mansour. I think it's Mansour.
I wonder what that means. I think that linebacker room is still shaky to me, bro.
Yeah, it's thin.
It's that linebacker room is still a little shaky. Cowboys back on the clock. LJ Overton from Alabama. LT Overton, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say, nah, it's
That's
LT.
not bad. I remember his name being in the mix with us a little bit.
Yeah, but
he's a little small though, 6'3", 275.
Yeah, the size was kind of a concern, but
What pick are we on?
He
38.
he from Texas, so
He's
he's
from
right on
Texas. He went to Texas A&M?
Alabama. I don't know.
No, he transferred from Texas A&M.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
Bro, I don't like all these team switching and stuff like that. I don't think that helps you. Like, I guess it does help you, but I feel like I've been waiting all my life to go to school. I'm gonna pick the school that I really want to go to, and I'm gonna go to Florida State, and I'm gonna stay a Seminole. That's what I wanted to be all my life.
Yeah, there was a conversation about that a couple months back. I remember, and what NIL has done is like, there's not many kids that they're committing to just one school anymore. Like, and when they get done with school and they go pro, like there's not like one set college that they represent. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's like
at a time now where there's kids that played at like many different colleges, and you can't really pick one where you say like you're an alum of, like a true alum of.
yeah. Okay, the Dolphins took Kyle Lewis, safety out of Pittsburgh. Not bad.
Yeah, DG had just brought him up not so long ago.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't want my resume to look like, oh, he went to Virginia Tech, he went to a junior college, he ended at Florida State. Yeah. It just look, you know what I'm saying? Like, make it what it is.
Yeah, some of these kids just go for the bag now. You see their off-campus houses now. They done turned into mansions.
Bro, dude had a whole mansion, bro. That was crazy. They were kind of talking about Peter Wood's draft video on TikTok.
What was they saying?
Somebody had like a white wedding dress on, and I think he bought his mom and his sister cars or something.
Yeah, he said he bought a bunch of people in his family Maserati, and pretty much everybody was dressed in white except him.
Yeah, I would have fun with it. Have a big party.
Yeah, that was quite the draft party.
But you gotta be careful, man, because he didn't get. I mean, but these kids getting so much money in college now that,
right. I'm sure his NIL bag was pretty decent.
Yeah, I'm sure he was already at a nice, comfortable. You just ball out in college for 5 years, and that'd be life. Like, I made $15 million. I'm good. Just
You're right.
Don't have to get greedy. Oh, 49ers picked that cornerback, Ephesians Prysock. I don't know what his name is, but
yeah, you got the antenna.
The kid from Washington. Man, that was a good pick.
Ephesians Prysock out of Washington.
That's definitely a Bible verse. Max said,
I mean, yeah, Ephesians, yeah. It's a chapter, it's a chapter in the Bible. John said your NIL bank account will overrule your resume once. I mean, yeah. That's kind of what it is now.
That's the game these days, man. It's all about where the bag is.
Mm-hmm.
Bengals pick is in.
But I think a guy like Jeremiah Smith gonna stay at Ohio State the entire way though, just because it's Ohio State.
Smells like my wife is cooking bacon.
Late breakfast, huh?
I don't know. It just smells like bacon upstairs. I don't know. The Bengals.
So are they gonna keep their quarterback upright for a change?
That is like because the crowd is booing him. Like he's just a fan. Like it ain't, you know. But
Hey, Pittsburgh don't care. You with the ops. You with the ops. We
he
don't
didn't
care.
have nothing to do with this.
We boo the ops no matter what.
Right. He's welcoming. He's playing along with it. But
oh yeah, for sure. He know what it is.
Kobe Young, wide receiver from Georgia.
Okay.
Do the Bengals need more wide receivers?
I ain't really see much from him at Georgia.
This is a do or die year for the Bengals.
Man, Bengals they ain't got nothing coming, bro.
Yeah, it smelled good up there.
Yeah, he was out for injury for a bit.
And we still got 30 picks before we get to the Chiefs.
Yeah, we gonna be waiting a minute, dog. Shout out to the 451 people in here, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in to us, man.
Hey, like, share, and subscribe. Please.
Yes, sir. Please hit that like button.
Really, yes. No, subscribe, please. Thank you.
And hit that hype button too when this goes off. Matter of fact, if you ain't used the hype button all week, at least hit the hype button at least one of our videos, one of our live
hype it up. Hype it up.
DG, you back?
I got like 2 more hours.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I have to take a call.
Oh, you good?
Because my son got a basketball game.
What time your son playing?
3.
Oh, okay.
I think we should get
Lennox Jordan.
It
might be Lennox Cunningham. He wearing that too, you know.
He might be Gary Payton at the end of the day. I'm trying to focus on
turn to a lockdown defender.
Oh, he the glove.
Okay. Yeah, I want to turn him into a lockdown defender because he ain't gonna be tall. Not as tall as I want him to be. If he could clear 6 feet, though, I'd be proud of him. Oh, Kamari Ramsey, safety, USC to the Texans.
Wow.
Nice pick. Yeah, that's a nice pick. Damn.
Sean
McVay still on your line, ain't he?
They interviewing Sean McVay about Ty Simpson, bro. They really want this. They really want this.
You don't like Ty Simpson at all, bro.
He didn't want that man, bro. You see his face when he picked up the phone?
He was pissed.
He didn't even want to make the call. You make it. Since you're doing all the picks, you make the call.
I think that was an ownership pick.
Yeah, that was a Les Snead pick, bro. Sean McVay went with that. And he was still steaming about it yesterday.
Ultimately, I think it's because he knows next year's QB class is going to be better.
Yeah.
That's why it felt like a panic pick almost. Like they didn't need.
It was. It was. I'm like Ty Simpson,
especially at 13 in the first round. You could have.
He more like a
Nando Carmona, guard from Arkansas to the Titans.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you could have did a lot better than Ty Simpson next year's class. looking to replace Matthew Stafford.
Is Ty Simpson? Is he good?
Ain't really nothing special to me for
He's
real.
not bad, but I don't know if I'd spend a first round pick on him.
That's not a good answer. When somebody says, "Hey, did you like that?" and you go,
Like I think he could turn into like a serviceable backup QB in this league, but I don't think he can be anything special.
Yeah, he can't be your franchise quarterback of the future. All I gotta say about that, bro. But
yeah, you'd have to have a top 1% outcome for that to end up happening, in my opinion.
Yeah, Rams might have to live with it now. So you took him 13th overall.
I do find it funny that they're doing this kind of PR thing for.
Yeah, no, that's what I just said, D-Nate.
He's not, he didn't look all that happy about it. So he's like, all right, we got to let's set up an interview, day 3 of the draft with Peter Schrager. Let's just have him go on, talk nice about Ty Simpson, even though I think the first answers that he gave were about this to still match Stafford's team.
He still don't seem, he's not convincing right now.
Oh, of course not. But we just
don't see blink. Jesus Christ.
We don't see his face is red. We don't see steam coming out of his forehead like how we did the other night.
Bryce Lance went. Who did Bryce Lance get picked by?
Yeah, he went to.
Damn.
Man, I just had the team, dog. Was it the Saints? Was it? Yep, it was the Saints.
Saints. Okay.
It was the Saints.
All right, so I mean, we're still over 20 picks away, so it's not even worth talking about who exactly they could maybe target.
We need to play the game.
Bryce Lance was the last wide receiver that I thought was kind of worth targeting. That you could still do a Kevin Coleman Jr. pick though.
Yeah, Kevin Coleman still out there?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, he ain't got drafted yet. But yeah, D-Mac, I was telling Country that that was one of your top guys before day 3 started today.
Yeah, I mean that was the only wide receiver that got me excited.
Is it too early to start looking at UDFAs?
No, I don't think it's a little bit. Yeah, it's only the 4th round.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. We're in the 5th round now. My bad.
We're in the 5th?
Yeah, now we are.
If was a 5th, I'd be drunk.
The Cardinals on the clock in the 5th round.
Taking forever. Just pick. Joshua Jesus Christ.
Joshua Josephs?
I'm having a mini stroke. My bad. Excuse me while I deal with this. Joshua Josephs.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. I try to pronounce Ephesians' name. Do Ephesians for me. Ephesians Price. Okay. Yeah, Chuck, you act like I butchered the damn name, man.
No,
I'm not to say Ephesians.
I didn't say you butchered the name.
Oh, okay.
But just for those who don't know, the Chiefs got 2 picks this round at 169 and 176.
Yo.
So it's still a long way away.
Yep, still got a bit of time.
But yeah, this Sean McVay interview is killing me, though.
Yeah, they need to get him out of there. He did not want to be here. Come on, Cardinals. Who did y'all pick? Sure.
They probably wait until this interview go off.
Keith Abney is falling.
What's happening, P Mac?
Hey, DG, you still in here?
Yo.
What's up, P Mac?
No, I'm here. What's up?
Not much.
I got a question for you after we welcome in P Mac. P Mac, give me your thoughts as far as Jaden Kennedy is the pick for the Chiefs at 109.
I like it. I gotta say is so long Shamari Connor. Thank God he ain't gonna be on the field anytime soon because I like the pick. Kennedy was one of my top slot corners in this draft. He also has one of the fewest yards allowed among the cornerbacks, along with Delane from college football last year. So I think it's a really good pickup. So, I mean, I heard that he also is versatile to play safety, nickelback, and even like what you mentioned earlier, he could play outside corner on occasion if he needs to. I like this pickup right here. I mean, I will say this. He is what Orlando Scandrick wishes that he would have become. So that's what I like about this pick right here. And he's also going to wear, he was wearing number 22, same number as what Scandrick once wore. So, you know, and McDuffie. So I like the pick up there.
A Scandrick jab.
It's a little Scandrick jab in there. I like it. Was there anybody there that you really wanted them to take that they passed on?
Man, well, I mean, Kennedy's not a bad pick, but I mean, if they had an opportunity, I think Bryce Lance would have been a very good pick up there. But I was also going to mention because of that, and if they still get like let's say a Kevin Coleman Jr., that's pretty good. But I still say get your Tyreek Hill jerseys out. So
yeah, I agree. You're gonna have to get your Tyreek Hill jerseys out, to say the least. DG, I had a quick question for you. I see some people
Reggie Virgil to the Cardinals. DG just mentioned him a few minutes ago.
I saw some people doing. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Hello. Oh,
yeah. Can you hear? Yeah,
I can hear you.
I'm still here.
Okay, I thought you were about to say something. My bad.
Nah.
There are. I see some people doing some comparisons online. Do you remember specifically, some differences as far as how R. Mason Thomas performed versus you guys, and obviously your guy, and I forget his name, but he's going to be one of the highest drafted tackles next year.
Oh, Colin Simmons.
Colin Simmons versus how Cassius Howell did versus him.
You saying? Hold on, rephrase. Say the question again. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Do you remember? And if you don't have to, if you can't really recall, but how the difference as far as R. Mason Thomas and Cassius Howell versus Simmons, if you remember any difference at all?
Any differences between all three of their games, or just
how they performed versus Simmons last year?
Oh, so last year against Oklahoma, Colin Simmons actually he dominated Oklahoma. It was pretty bad. Especially in the second half. Our Mason Thomas actually had a sack against Arch Manning too.
I do remember that one.
Then that I would say
was that on Simmons or was it on the other tag?
Oh, you talking about the tag? That was Simmons is our edge. That's why you was confusing.
No, yeah.
Trevor Gooseby.
Gooseby, yes. I was about to say, I thought Simmons was not. Simmons was the.
I was definitely confused.
Yeah,
Colin
Simmons is our. He's
I'm like Colin Simmons is the end, right? Okay, but I understand why you clarified and was like you comparing all three of their games. Or okay, no, how they perform versus Gooseby.
Okay,
that's what I was. Trying to ask.
So R. Mason Thomas, the sack that R. Mason Thomas did have was against Trevor Gooseby. Really good bend underneath. He made a really good rip move. Underneath Gooseby and kind of just won the edge against him or whatever. And then, of course, sacking Arch Manning isn't like an easy task because Arch is very athletic, can get away and use his legs and things like that. So very good play. I will say that Mason, after that though, like Oklahoma's whole defensive line, probably in the second half, they got shut down. Pretty much, but I also think that was more on the part of Sark really changing the game plan on them. We started running the ball a lot more in the second half, and that was something that Oklahoma wasn't very good at stopping the run for real. So, but he did have that one highlight play. So I will say if that's something that you want to put on tape, that's something you can go watch our Mason Thomas do. Against Gooseby. Cassius Howell was an absolute no-show. I don't even remember hearing his name. He talked a lot of crap before the game about what he was going to do and blah, blah, blah. And Trevor Gooseby pretty much put him in a jail cell. And he never did anything really against us. So,
all right, fair enough. I was just curious from your perspective when you watch both of those guys.
Yeah, I always said when Cassius goes up against elite talent, he disappears.
And this is, I'm not saying that this is going to be the story of his career or whatever, but this, to me at least, was ultimately the big separator for me when evaluating him as a player, is that he has a significant physical limitation as far as historically short arms, but he doesn't know how to use them. Whereas May Jr., and again, I'll continue to harp on this, does know how to use them and uses them to his advantage, in my opinion, a lot of times as well. And that's why I just wasn't interested in Cassius Howell as an edge prospect. And that's still, Mason Thomas has shorter arms, but it's not historically outlier shorter arms.
Ooh.
But I root for Cassius because he is from the town. But yeah, him not being able to really do much against the top competition is alarming.
Well, the great thing is I don't have to root for him because I'm not from Kansas City.
Okay, Mr. STL.
Yes, sir. You know who I'm rooting for. That boy Jay Love out in the desert. That's who I'm rooting for.
Yeah, shout out to him.
But what are we still? We're still like 15 picks away because I think we just finished up round 4 here.
Yeah, we're in the beginning stages of round 5.
Yeah. Look, I mean, Zakir Wheatley is still out there. He's my number 1 overall player left on my board personally.
Man, that'd be some. Him and Bishop Fitzgerald is still on the board, and there's also Cole Wisniewski. There's also I think Mike from Texas is on the board at the safety position still too.
Michael Taff.
Yeah.
Michael Taff. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but hey, I noticed this about Kennedy. So this is a good scouting report about him too, and this is why I like the pick too. Solid slot corner. That's where he's going to continue to play for us. And here's another player that will be a impact year 1 guy. So that's what I like about it. And you got Kader Kohou for 1 year, and also hearing that the Dolphins, especially Dolphin fans, wanted him back. So I like what the Chiefs are doing here. It's kind of like what they tried to do in 2019 when they had all those DBs, Rashard Breezy, Mooney, Ward. You also had Kendall Fuller, Fulton. Rashad. Was it Felton or what? Not?
Yeah, Rashad Fenton. You talking?
Fenton. Okay, yeah. I just had to remember how to pronounce it. Yeah, all the guys, Jordan Lucas. We also had Dirty Dan, but he was in the dime linebacking role where he should have been, not covering safety. You had the Honey Badger and Juan Thornhill. So I'll see what they're trying to do here, but as long as Shamar doesn't see the field, I'm okay with it.
The Raiders are moving on from Tyree Wilson.
You mean
they just traded him to the Saints.
Well, that's a little bit interesting, given the fact that Saints were rumored to be the team that was going to be in on Kayvon Thibodeau, and obviously it sounded like Kayvon is going to stay with the Giants now, and they moved on to getting Tyree Wilson. It appears. Boy, they were going. I was listening to some podcast, and they were just going over the Raiders draft history. That Cleveland Farrell, Tyree Wilson. What's my boy's name from Alabama? Not my boy.
Alex Leatherwood.
Alex Leatherwood. That run right there, boy, they was drafted anything in the first round. They was drafted crazy.
Somebody put up some sneakers. Hey man, that name still crossed my mind when Cleveland Farrell's name get put up. The dude was like, huh? Like what the
Cleveland Farrell? What? Are you sure?
The Farrell pick.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What the?
Hey Mac, I was gonna ask you about going back to Cassius Howell. Did he do anything against Milwaukee or any of those tackles against Miami when they played them?
In that game, from what I remember, I didn't see him show up a lot. But that game was a defensive struggle, so he might have been able to make some plays during that game. I just don't remember it off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I just know that him. I know that his production was really high when he was at Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and then switching to Texas
What
A&M.
college did he go to?
He went to. I think he started out in Bowling Green, right?
Yeah, first 3 years started out in Bowling Green, then went to Texas A&M in junior and senior year.
Mm-hmm. And
I
just
like
remember,
college is like, okay, get your foot wet at this school, and then this is the school you come into play for, and then this is the school to get your money right, and then you can go to the NFL.
The one thing I will say, I know this, when we played them in 2024 and they destroyed us in this game, he didn't show up at all versus Amron Membu. Membu swallowed him whole as far as that. He couldn't get anything off against Membu.
As I said, I think against elite talent, he doesn't show up. And I know a lot of his production came from Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, that's when you have a significant thing like arm length that is going to be taken advantage of. And if you don't know how to counter that, then it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I was gonna speak to it too. Like I understand him wanting to be picked by us and playing for your hometown team or whatever. But the Chiefs aren't obligated to take you, dog. Like just because you're from here, like they kind of done that already and been burned by it. So I get the motivation aspect of it. Like they took an edge rusher before me, and now I'm gonna make them pay or blah 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 or whatever. But like that was never. It wasn't like the Chiefs personally was like, yeah, we don't like Cassius Howe or like the draft is the draft, dog.
The Commanders picked Joshua Josephs, who I had a mini stroke trying to pronounce his name.
Josh Josephs.
I couldn't get all those J's out, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I think it's harder to play for your hometown team. I think it's too much pressure.
Right.
Yeah. You got family, you got tickets, you got hidden cousins that you didn't know existed, and people from Little League, people from high school you grew up with. Man, I think it's too much pressure to play for your hometown team. I'd rather you not. What's the kid that you played for the 49ers, Chuck? They went to y'all school.
You talking about Alden Smith?
Yeah.
I think he was Raytown Blue Jay though. He wasn't Ray South. He was Raytown.
Oh, okay. I just think there's too much pressure playing for your hometown you grew up, man. There's too much hidden pressure. You know what I'm saying? Not only you got to perform, but like I said, the fake family members and everybody everybody wanting a piece of you and stuff. You can't even concentrate on the game with all that foolishness going on the side.
Yeah, for me, it I don't know. I kind of took offense to his comments because it put a damper on, like, bro, you just made your dreams come true, and the one thing you can think about is not being taken by your hometown team. Like,
yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Good. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I can understand why that would be something that maybe would stick with you. But I mean, ultimately the answer is you're not going to. This is a business. This isn't about sentimentality.
Yeah, bro. Like, let's.
I wouldn't have let that comment come out. I wouldn't have said that on record. I mean.
Yeah, that's. I feel like that's something, when you get to training camp or I don't know, like that you speak on later after you, not on your draft night, gang. Like you just made all your dreams come true, and the one thing you can think about is not playing for the Chiefs.
It's like the kid that went for the Denver and had the Chiefs and Kansas City tattoos, and he was always answering questions. Yeah, Shane Wright.
Shane Wright. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too.
About that, like it becomes a whole sub story on what you do. No matter how great your game was, it's like, yeah, but you got a Chiefs tattoo. It's like, yeah, but I just had 3 sacks. Damn, shut up.
Right.
I'm here now.
Yeah. Yeah. Credit to Shane, man. He always handled that very professionally.
Tyree Wilson in the 7th round for a 5th round. The Saints get a 5th round. Raiders get a 5th rounder back.
Tyree's looked like a bust so far.
What's a fair year to start labeling busts? I've always been a 3-year guy.
Yeah, that's pretty much been my window. 3 years, then you kind of get an idea.
I think it depends on what type of player you're talking about and what the developmental pathway is you're discussing. Because some guys you're just like, hey man, this is just not going to work out pretty quickly. But other guys you're like, hey, we need a plan and need to see what happens in the future.
Yeah.
It's like FAU. Like, I guess you can consider him a bust, but at the same time, he's been hurt. He hasn't been. He just hasn't had a chance to even show what he really is. But he might be a bust at the same time. Who knows?
Bo Stevens from Iowa, guard.
Yeah.
To the Seahawks.
Zachy Wheatley.
Who picked him?
No,
he's still out there.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You stop it! I'm still trying to hope he gets 69.
Oh, okay, my bad.
169, but yeah.
Man, we still 26 away. God damn! It just seemed like we was 15 or 5 minutes ago. Justin Jefferson, linebacker from Alabama.
Not to be confused with Justin Jefferson, wide receiver.
Cleveland's another team that's been doing their thing this draft.
They got 75.
Always have a good draft.
But they have been. Did somebody, Country, did you see that tweet earlier about Cleveland's draft? Or like having good drafts? Somebody tweeted out earlier, Cleveland drafts so well for them to always have no talent outside of Myles Garrett.
It's just, it got to be something in the water over there. It's just like the Chargers have great drafts, and then all of a sudden they just start falling off like flies in training camp. It's like, what the hell?
Probably is.
It's LA.
Like it's no, like, knock on wood, but it's like every training camp they're gonna either lose a left tackle or right tackle. They're gonna lose somebody important to their team. Keenan Allen's gonna tear his ACL, and you know what I'm saying? It just never fails. The Raiders pick is in. Julian Neal, he went to Seattle. Damn,
I think another good pick.
And Seattle had a nice draft. They kind of went early with Price though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
It was a second rounder though.
I mean, like Price could have gone in the middle of the second in theory, but he also could have just gone at 32 because he's the second best running back. Like it could have gone either way. And they decided they weren't going to wait to have one of these lesser running backs, and I don't blame them.
Right, and I mean, losing K9, I mean, you got to replace that. You got to replace that role.
Yeah, and they probably built, and like your point about losing K9, they probably built. They probably were like, hey man, we lost out on running back as far as Kenneth was concerned. We're sitting here at 32. We know we have limited draft capital, but our roster's in a really good place. We can probably guarantee that we could just draft Jadarian Price at 32. Like they might have been sitting there for last month saying, hey, we're penciling this guy in at 32, and we're building out the rest of this draft accordingly, which is understandable as a strategy.
Do you think they should show tip ball highlights in a cornerback's highlight reel? Because you didn't really do nothing. You just came up with the tip. Like, it's nothing. It wasn't like your play wasn't a contributor to what happened. You know what I'm saying? The wide receiver tipped the ball up and they out with it. It's not like you did anything.
I mean, getting in the right spot is part of the deal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you didn't do like a major part to make the play, but you know, you just taking advantage of opportunity. It's right there. So
I'm sorry, D-Mac. Zachy Wheatley just went to the Panthers.
Man, the Panthers loading up on defense, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I jinxed them. My bad. Does Pittsburgh look like it's fun to live in? I wonder how did Kansas City look when they were doing the cutaways during the draft?
Does Pittsburgh look like it's fun to live in?
I mean,
I've heard Pittsburgh is a good city to visit. I have not heard good things about living in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've been out there. It's a visit spot, not a place to live. I mean,
You've been to Pittsburgh before?
Oh yeah. 2 years ago for a disability rights conference, went to a Pirates game with my guy Brad out there, and it was for our group that we work with closely with the University of Kansas, and it was also some of the sets where also the Dark Knight Rises was made because my hotel was just behind the building. Like, remember that scene where he flew over and he was trying to avoid Bane's bombs and stuff like that? So my hotel room was just next door to the building that he flew over, and I took pictures. And I remember talking to people of the staff there that said, oh, yeah, the scene where they shot the scene where Bane blew up the stadium, Heinz Field, he said that everybody in Pittsburgh thought that it was real, like it was a real terrorist threat there because they heard the voice throughout the city, like, behind you is your liberation. The scene where he's got the bomb and all that stuff. Everybody thought, oh my gosh, is this really real? Then every Pittsburgh news station announced it was not real. They were filming The Dark Knight Rises. So they were like, whoa. That's how real Nolan goes, man, when it comes to making films. He'll do stuff like that make everybody in the world go shaking their boots. That's what he did with Oppenheimer, where he actually used the real atomic bomb to film the scenes, and he shot the close-ups of what it looked like with the bomb. Yeah, it looks pretty, but don't nobody want to get near that thing, man. And they even said the crew members said when they all got back to the hotel rooms, like, they kept a straight face. As soon as they all closed the door, they all crashed on the floor after that scene. So it's like, yeah, Nolan be taking stuff to the next level.
Broncos got Justin Jolly, tight end.
Tight end, boys.
They need a tight end help. I don't know if he's gonna be the type of tight end that's gonna really improve their offense, but they needed the tight end help. So,
you going to the Bucks?
What'd you say?
Jolly's going to the Bucks.
Broncos.
Broncos. Okay. All right.
The Donkeys.
Oh yeah.
Jager Burden out of Kentucky goes to the Packers.
What if Bo Nix played in the AFC Championship game? The what if champions of the world? Yeah, the Donkeys. What if? Mm-hmm.
We believe in Steady.
Hey, I remember when the news came out that he got hurt, and I'm like, what did he broke his ankle celebrating in the locker room? What the hell?
I was like, man, yeah.
Like, he just walked off the field. What happened?
Like, he just took a knee, and
what happened?
He just got hurt. All of a sudden, he broke his foot. I'm like, what?
Like, there ain't no way, man.
Why are they promoting Stephon Diggs? Oh, he a fifth rounder.
Okay. Yeah. So is Tyree.
Fifth round gems, brother.
Also, Puka was a fifth rounder.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yeah. Well, Jerry was a fifth rounder, right?
Antonio Brown was also found in the sixth round.
Mm-hmm.
George Kittle. I wanted George Kittle on Kansas City. I thought George Kittle and Travis would be a nice 1-2.
Yeah, I remember a few Chiefs fans wanted George at that time.
I was ahead of my time.
Yeah, he was on my list.
Can you imagine if we would have had Kittle and Kelsey? You think D-Mac, you think you mad about receivers now? We would have never had receivers then.
I remember them days when we had, Jeremy Maclin, we had Conley, we had Albert Wilson.
Man, that boy was
He
balling.
played that game with Mahomes and went and got paid. Don't say nothing bad about Albert Wilson.
Patrick got that boy
paid. Like that, bro. Pat got him paid, man. Like 2017 when he, after he broke out with Alex, and then that final game with Mahomes was nailing the coffin of him getting paid, man. He showed out in that game. 10 catches, like plus 120. Yeah.
Let's see what kind of outrageous pick the Niners gonna make this time, because they made a few of them this year.
The pick is in. The 49ers select. It gotta be like top 5, man. Just to hear your name. Such and such selects Philip Magruder.
I made it, mama. I really made it out of the University of Kansas.
Oh, Philip, somebody was in here saying hi to you yesterday, and I forgot to bring it up.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Renee Harper. Shout out to her coming out from the People First in Nebraska. Yeah, she, shout out to her. I reposted the group live chat on the Facebook post, and I got a few of my people from the disability rights community that be listening to my stuff. Also, shout out to the people at the Kansas Council on Developmental Disabilities for helping us pass that supported decision-making law, and especially to Allison. I was hoping that we land your boy Sterblin from Ole Miss, and we didn't, but it's all good, though. But other than that, though, yeah, shout out to Renee and all that. So, yeah.
Does Stribling have a disability?
No, Sterblin is one of my favorite wide receivers, and Allison.
Oh, okay.
Allison McCain, she went to Ole Miss. She works for KCDD, who I work with on this supported decision-making bill. We just talked and everything else like that. Just like back in October when I went to like a conference, I told her and I predicted that Mendoza was going to win the Heisman. And I think I also predicted that Lane Kiffin was going to go to LSU. And then when we met last month before they announced that they passed the bill and we talked about it, she was like, "Oh my gosh, Philip, you predicted all that. You mentioned that Mendoza was going to win the Heisman and Lane went to LSU. I just know ball." So, and I watched Sterblin at that time, especially when he was working with Chambliss, I think the quarterback from Ole Miss. In that game, he was balling out. And I did mention her that I think, I like Sterblin. That was one of my wide receivers, especially if he slipped into day 3 today. That was the guy that I wanted the Chiefs to really look at if, we didn't go Kennedy, because he was one of the most productive wide receivers in this draft class. So, that's it. But now he don't have a disability. But I did hear that Justin Fields might have a disability, though. I think he had epilepsy or something like that. But I remember at my group at SAC, Self-Advocate Coalition in Kansas, somebody mentioned to me that they hope that Justin has a very good career. And then because of that and dealing with that, especially being a quarterback in the NFL, he's handled it pretty well up to his career. And now when we sign him, I'm actually happy and rooting for him to succeed, because there's, a few people that's like, I like him as a person, just like what we say about Drew Tranquil. But, he has to prove it. That's why I've been hearing about Justin Fields, and that's why I'm like, he's going to do all right, especially for the first 4, especially if Pat has to miss that time, and that's that.
Yeah, Justin Fields does have a disability, does have epilepsy, did have seizures when he was a kid.
Yeah.
He's been pretty open about that.
Oh, yeah. So
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, rooting for him. So this is what I did here before today. After last night, I read some things, and according to Charles Goldman, he believes that after the draft in the undrafted free agent market, don't be surprised if the Chiefs take a flyer on Jalen Daniels.
Okay, I was afraid that you were going to say Diego Pavia. I'm glad you didn't. I'd be fine with a flyer as a UDFA on Jalen Daniels. I was afraid that it was going to be Diego Pavia, and I was going to have a stroke.
I could see them bringing him in the camp for sure.
Lions take Keith Abney. First to be happy about that.
Good one. That's a good value pick too, man.
When we get around to 162, 163, 164, we'll start talking about best available on the board.
Jalen Daniels will be a good scout team quarterback.
He would be. I agree.
Definitely.
It's kind of crazy.
And people, I don't know. We've got like 400 people in here, so there are going to be some KU fans that are like, "You guys are being disrespectful." Scout team quarterback is actually a useful thing on a team to have. If you have a scout team quarterback that could be on the practice squad and can simulate a lot of different things as far as what you're going to be doing from a scheme perspective. It's just a nice thing to have as well. And so he can compete with Chris Olokin for that spot for sure.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mean no disrespect to any KU fans or anything, but
yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, we can give KU fans some
joking.
disrespect if
Yeah,
they
I can
want
give them
some.
some disrespect
We can definitely
for sure.
D-Mac ain't said nothing about showing no disrespect as a KU fan. That's the other ones who just be overhyped
But
and
no,
who are so starstruck. Go ahead, though, DG. Sorry.
No, you good. I look, bro. Everybody in this league has a job, bro. Even the practice squad guys have a job, to do.
Absolutely.
Whatever. So those jobs are still important to a team's success. Like them, who you think they practicing against and helping them get ready for games and stuff like that. So I don't take those positions for granted.
Yeah, after watching Chris Oladokin, thank you for your service.
Yeah, that's exactly why they're bringing in Jalen. They would bring him in because
and that part too, country.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I'd much rather take a flyer on seeing what kind of potential Jalen Daniels has over.
Was that Gardner Minshew that came in and was like, no. Who's the other kid we picked up from Buffalo?
Bouchel.
Yeah, brought him back. Bouchel came in and was like, hey, Travis, I'm going to you. I'm not going to nobody else but you.
For understandable reasons, I might add.
Tight end's the quarterback's best friend.
Yeah. But Travis was like, hey, Doc, I'm checked out for the year, bro. Leave me alone.
I'm getting ready for next season, man.
Almost won us that game versus the Raiders, man. What's wrong with you?
Shane actually had some success in college, so I don't know what type of success Chris Oladuke had.
No, this is the difference. Chris came from, South Dakota State. Jalen comes from KU, and he has proven himself in certain big game moments. Like, they'll look at the tape from a couple of years ago when we upset Oklahoma, when I think they came to KU and we beat them and they were ranked. And that was such a big game because that day I was the keynote speaker at that 2023 SOAR conference. And that day, Saturday, KU upset Oklahoma, and Jalen proved himself in that game. That's when Devin Neal was the running back. And there was also, I'll break it down for you guys, especially as a KU guy who's watched Jalen, especially in person. Yes, he shows up in big moments, but then he will shut out. And especially, let's say if he can't handle the pressure, but when he has the opportunity, he will take off, especially if you run those RPOs. He can definitely handle the RPO schemes. And I've seen him run it, especially like against Nevada. He did a great job, especially where he did an option RPO with Neal, where he faked it to him and he took it in for the end zone. That was a good play. But the defense at KU also, failed us that game because we were up on UNLV at Sporting Park, just down the street from my mama's house. And they stunked it up, man. It was just like the Chiefs last season. KU was 1-5 in one-score games that year too. So that tells you that there's a few mechanics that he needs to work on. I think that he's going to come in and work on his footwork and also be a scout team guy. And I think he's an upgrade from Oladukin, especially playing in a Power 5 conference like the Big 12 and playing in certain big moments. And especially the many years he's played in college and being a captain on the team, I think that's why the Chiefs like him. So, and he's a local
Michael
kid.
Taft went to the Dolphins.
Yeah, Mookie. Shout out to Mookie, man. Mookie Taft, man, that's my guy, bro.
All right.
I'm happy and proud of him, man.
Him and Rodriguez going to the Dolphins. Okay.
Dang, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I would have loved to have Mookie here, bro. Spags will love him.
Oh, so that's what y'all call him down there in Texas, Mookie. That's his
name? Big Mookie Taft.
I'm tired of your shit, Mookie. Okay.
Is he white?
He white. Yeah, he white.
Yeah.
Calling a white man Mookie
it was Jade Barron. Jade Barron gave him that name.
Bro, I grew up on Spike Lee films, G.
Okay.
I'm not sure why they decided to go with Mookie, but
tight end going to Max Breederson went to the Vikings. Keith Abney went to the Panthers, I think. Or where did he go?
Right.
The Lions.
All right. We do have a trade. The Chiefs are on the clock. The Chiefs
are
standing pick 169 and 210 for the 161 and 249. Let me go ahead and pull up.
So they
so we got a 7th round pick. All right.
Okay. So no 6, but a 7.
No 6, but now a 7. Let me pull up the rest available for you guys to have a shot at it, so you guys can look at some of them as well.
There's somebody they like.
Obviously,
Jalen
somebody.
Kilgore. No,
Jesus Christ, this is kind of very zoomed in here. Got Jalen Kilgore, like you mentioned there.
Emmett Johnson
Jr.
Burks.
I think Katron Allen, Jamari Taylor are both on the board. Yep, there he is.
Singleton's still out there.
Singleton is. I prefer Katron Allen. That's why.
But yeah, I'm seeing Katron.
Jack Injuries, who I would say CJ did very much like. As far as that was concerned. There's no.
I like Jack. I wouldn't mind Jack being here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I would love for them to get Harold. So just for CJ alone.
Emmett Johnson is still on the board as well.
Rayshon
Benny. I think that
traded with Pittsburgh.
Yes.
What about Deontay Lawson? How you feel about?
Leo replacement. Absolutely, the most productive linebacker among the linebackers in this draft class.
Well, he's undersized. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
I don't know how much.
But they're all undersized these days.
They are to an extent, but a guy like Jack Kelly is 240. That would be the guy that I would say.
That would be a good guy. Yeah,
the target too.
BYU guy.
Yeah, BYU.
Oh yeah, I like them too.
Not King Carey. I wouldn't say that any of these edges really stand out to me. Chandler Rivers.
It is Emmett Johnson.
They heard that boy.
Let's go, man.
Alvin, come on, let's fucking go, baby! Woo!
Coming into this draft, I thought that day 3 was going to make a lot of sense for the Chiefs to add a running back, specifically a guy that you could give the ball to on early downs to give Kenneth Walker a little bit of a breather. Emmett Johnson absolutely 100% fits that bill. I thought he was a guy that was going to go at the end of day 2. The fact that he slid this far, I think, is a great value as far as this is concerned.
See that as a risen.
It makes content.
He's excited.
Of the rest of the draft for sure. So I love this pick for Emmett Johnson coming to Kansas City, staying in the area. A lot of Nebraska fans.
3 hours away, baby.
So
let's fucking go, man.
Scouting running backs this year, I had Emmett Johnson 3 on my list, behind Jeremiah Love and Mike Washington Jr. I think ultimately, I think Emmett fell just more so because of how he tested at the combine. It didn't really go as well as people thought. But you flip on the tape, I would caution people to go watch the game against Iowa or anything, bro. That kid is game breaking speed. I think his speed translates better when he's in game instead of doing a normal 40 or anything like that or whatever. But yeah, he can come in and spell Kenneth Walker at points in times. I can't wait to see what he can do. I think he can be a true 3-down back as well, too. And I think it gives them competition in the room between who's the kid we got from Arizona? DeMarco, and then as well as them now truly turning Bashard Smith into that scat back gadget screen guy for the future.
You call him DeMarco?
Don DeMarco.
Don DeMarco.
Who, Country called him that?
Country called him DeMarco.
How about this, Country? You're seeing Alvin Kamara. Remember what Alvin Kamara did his rookie season with the Saints? You are about to see that from Emmett Johnson, plus having K9. Bro, come on, bro.
P-Mac definitely does love Emmett Johnson a lot. It does have that Alvin Kamara combination. He's not going to run a lot of different routes, but he can be a very good pass catcher out of the backfield, in my personal opinion. And I would say, as far as his pass pro, like the refinement, in my opinion, is the thing. And this is where a guy like Eric Bieniemy and DeMarco Murray comes into it. There is refinement that needs to happen with his technique in pass pro, but because of who he is physically and his want to, I think actually can turn him into a good pass protection back. So I do like that aspect of his game, especially fitting in with what the rest of the room looks like. I think if you want to carry 4 running backs, depending on how things go, you can certainly do that. You can have Rashard Smith be a full-time gadget return guy within your offense, not have to worry about anything as far as relying upon him. I really love this pick, man. I love the value. Chuck, you were going to jump in here. I'm sorry.
All right, so back to what I was saying earlier in the show. I said this looks like a defensive draft. It looks like they're gonna run the ball and play defense this year. By the way, the draft is going, and so far it's going that way. But again, I got to see it in action. But just based on how we've been drafting so far this year, it's kind of what we're looking at, because we don't know what Patrick's gonna be ready for week 1. We don't know what the timeline is with Patrick. So that's
looks like they're gonna run the ball and play defense.
Yeah. I will say that you can clearly see the philosophy change in the running back room as well. The explosion is definitely where they want to go with this thing, and I'm glad, because after watching the last couple of years of running backs not even be able to have a 10 or 20-yard game, it's crazy that those days are long gone for the Chiefs or whatever. Emmett is definitely going to come in and be definitely a good spell back for Kenneth Walker. And I out of all the guys that were left between him and it probably was between him and Jaden Ott, who I think who I think the Chiefs probably would have been really interested in. But ultimately, I think he's got more juice than Jaden Ott does.
I think this kid is significantly better than Jaden Ott. And I like Jaden Ott, but I think he's a more complete back, in my opinion. And this is the type of running back, and I'm not saying like this is a guy that is going to be a legit top half starter in the league in general, but this is the type of running back that if Kenneth Walker randomly does go down, your running back room doesn't become unplayable. He can be a guy that plays on early downs and complements with DeMarco, and then you move Rashard Smith up the depth chart. That is a realistic scenario. So to get him here, I think is a great job. And I understand why they went up and traded a little bit and swapped back from the 6th to the 7th to get it done.
Do we still got 176?
Yeah, we still have all of our picks. We just moved 210 to 249.
Wide receiver or tight end here, or safety? Man, I'm still gleaming, bro. Oh man, Johnson.
That boy said gleaming.
I had to rewatch the tape. I was like, all right, I see the vision. I see the vision now, P-Mac.
You seen the light? Did you see the light?
I love the kid, but I was like, Alvin Kamara. I was like, all right, let me rewatch this. Let me see what P-Mac.
Yeah,
but he's a very natural catcher of the football. He can make people miss when he gets in space as well. So And again, Alvin Kamara actually probably tested, a little bit worse at the combine than people expected him to.
Yeah, from a stylistic standpoint.
Yeah, and he's got vision. He does have vision out the backfield. That's very, very much true. Obviously, Alvin Kamara is a very high-end comparison, but you understand the style of play as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Yeah, like he's got real juice, bro, out of the backfield. Like,
he absolutely does.
They said, like I said about the game against Iowa, I think he had like a 77-yard run against them where nobody was catching him once he got to open field. So
yeah, boy, was out of there. That's a hell of a pick by Brett Veach.
Yeah, that's why I was like, there's somebody that they really like that they don't think is gonna last very long.
Chandler Rivers goes to the Ravens. Not bad.
Not bad at all. I'm about to come back on. I'm just posting this tweet real quick.
Okay.
I'm on my phone, so.
It looks like they're doing an international thing the rest of this draft.
Yeah, I was there on day 3 when I worked with the Chiefs years ago, especially as a ticket taker. And on day 3, they always do the international fans, especially fans from all over the country. And I thought it was pretty cool, especially when they came to Union Station.
Yeah, because I was there for day 3. Like, I sat close to the stage. I just don't remember them doing it for like the entire draft. I remember they did it to start the draft, but
that was a great day. That was actually the day Tell the Truth. The formation of Tell the Truth started that day. Day 3 of the
game. Definitely emotion for sure.
Yeah.
I was not there. That's what I was. I didn't. I was
no, you weren't there. I mean, I'm talking about the initial.
Yeah, because you guys had that conversation with CJ.
Yeah, we didn't have a name or anything like that. It was just we had been talking to CJ for a while, and then DG was added to that. And I think I went and talked to you separately. I think you were was D-Mac on camera?
Yeah, I had already started coming on Thursdays by that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was one of those days that it started a real talk. And
I was gonna say
that was the first time I met DG. Actually,
I had been bothering CJ about us doing something, and then he was talking about doing something with y'all, and I was like, well, make sure you put my name in there. And so he's like, I got you. And then that day came, the day of the drive, and that's when I finally met y'all, and so all worked out, bro.
Yeah, man, we did a lot of walking that day.
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, because we was trying to find Jason Dunn exactly where he was.
Yeah, we was trying to meet up with Jason Dunn, and oh my god, he was like, "I'm over here." And we're like,
"It was a struggle." It was a struggle for me.
That was way over there. All right, we'll be there in 30 minutes.
When I also worked there security, especially on my way out, guess who I bumped into on my way out when I was getting in my car?
What was that?
RG3.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
RG3 liked one of my tweets yesterday. That was a wrestling tweet. That was like,
hey, bro, they showed one of Diana Rossini's old clips, and RG3 was shocked at what she was saying.
Yeah, dog.
Do the little face thing.
When you getting RG3 shocked, you know you've gone too far.
Man.
Then all of a sudden, Wale quote tweeted a tweet of hers from a while back.
That was the nail in the coffin there, boy. Yeah. Wale.
Yeah, she got up out of there after that.
Is there any way? How does she rebound?
You know what? There's only 2 avenues. You either got to go on Barstool or you got to go on Outkick. That's all. I'm so dead ass. I'm so dead.
I know. That's why I'm laughing.
Those are only 2 ways, because you have destroyed your credibility as a reporter, and everything that you now, because social media is such a big part of this, everything you now tweet out, literally she tried to retweet one bit of news, every single reply is going to be about this. And so your credibility is gone. You have to become a personality to get away from what you have done now, because you can't be, for better or for worse, taken seriously as a reporter from now on.
Yep. Just stay out the limelight for a little bit, and then I mean, if you got to take that route, then
I was thinking maybe she's been the spotlight for 3 years, and people forget because this is the internet age. But man, I think it just went further than that. I think her career as an insider is over.
She ain't got nobody to blame but herself.
Exactly. I mean, well, yeah. You gotta take accountability for it.
I should not deliver this message that I was going to say. I know it sounds kind of crazy that the woman is going to take the fall for it. Obviously, Mike Vrabel is doing the fake, hey, we're going to counseling, whatever thing. But it's just 2 different jobs that they have. One of their jobs relies upon credibility. The other one is to coach football and win football games. And Mike Vrabel did a lot of that last year. Diana Rossini doesn't have something to fall back on as far as that's concerned, that she can just get by.
Mike Vrabel was on my short list of Andy Reid replacements.
Mike Vrabel was in it deep, bro. Like, he had them champagne bottles.
Man, come on.
Champagne bottles in his office, bro.
Don't say he was in it deep, bro.
Hey, man. They was
you gotta choose another one.
They was in the casino. They was poolside doing parties. They was in the pool, obviously. But I'm talking over 6 years. They was, but they did that.
No, they were literally in a relationship. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. They were in a relationship.
It might have been deeper than that, Coach. The fact that she named the kid Michael, the fact that she was technically in Tennessee around the time in which said kid was conceived. I mean, it gets deep. They've been trying to uncover some files, and then they also got one where she was she tweeted out something like "What a day," and she was supposed to be in Tennessee during that time.
Right.
Diane Rossini's not my lover. She's just a girl who thinks that I am the one.
He might be the one.
The kid is not my son.
He might be though.
He might
be. Exactly.
I'm amazed by her outright audacity with it. Like she wasn't trying to hide it at all. Like it don't look like neither one of them were trying to hide. You don't slow dance with girls in bars if you're trying to hide the fact that you're cheating on somebody.
But it sounded like a lot of people knew it. And then
that too.
Yeah, the Tennessee Titan fans, they knew something was up, but it was just kept on the under. Like people didn't really care at the time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really out in the open like that, you know.
Well, me and Taylor Rooks are cheating around, and I don't want to deny it anymore.
It's crazy. It's insane.
I want to be upfront and personal with my love.
And then I saw that Mike Vrabel got a Twitter account. I didn't even know he had a Twitter account. I saw a tweet talking about
Twitter?
Yeah, he added his wife talking about we ain't never ever getting back together. He was like, "Oh, just kidding. Have a great day." I said, "Oh my God."
Wow. Oh, Singleton to the Titans. Oh, maybe the Titans were going to get Emmett Johnson.
That's possible.
Could have been a possibility.
I mean, they needed
Borgonzi. Borgonzi, you tried it.
Yeah, maybe he said he needed to get a hitter.
Need a home run hitter.
Yeah. Have they surrounded Cam Ward with enough? Cornell Tate is a nice start.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta run through their roster real quick. I mean, they still got Pollard and Tajay Spears, I believe.
Are we gonna get the 176? I gotta go to this basketball game by 3. So I got about half hour left. I think we can get there.
We should get there within that half hour.
I still want Perkins though. What if we went all CJ drafts after this? Just followed up with Perkins. Damn, I want to Jacob Rodriguez, man. Shit. Emmett Johnson, how long till he's getting significant snaps?
Should be immediate, in my opinion. I like DeMarcado, I truly do, but I think that he should be the immediate early down complement to K9.
Yeah, DeMarcado should be RB3 in this scenario.
I was going to say I think they brought DeMarcado in for a camp body.
Yeah,
exactly.
Smith. If he ends up on the practice squad, I understand it, but he's better. He's better than a camp body for me, at least. I think he has a legitimate shot to make it.
I mean, my assumption would be that I think Emmett Johnson has the talent enough to beat him out for RB2.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like DeMarcado and Broussard, I think they battle it out for
number 3. So there's your camp battle. One right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If the Chiefs keep 3 running backs, who's going to be that third guy, Smith or DeMarcado? I felt it that that's what they were going to do. They were not done after they signed DeMarcado. So,
are you ready to let go of Broussard Smith already?
No,
nobody's talking about letting go.
No.
But here's the thing.
What the situation is right now.
It's funny. I'm just responding to a tweet kind of about this, but I don't think that Brashard Smith is a real running back right now. And that also sounds derogatory, but that's kind of the reality. I think that he is a gadget and return guy, and that's not a bad thing. You can have that guy be your running back 4 on the roster, in my personal opinion. And that just makes sense for me. And so now I'm not giving up on Brashard Smith. You took him in the 7th round. I think you can use him as a 7th round running back for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a scat gadget guy now, and I like that role for him.
And we talk about the coaches being used. We've seen this type of guy be used effectively by Andy Reid, the Dexter McClusters of the world. Like that. That's a role that can be used here in Kansas City.
Yeah. Now, as far as like him being an actual running back, yeah, he's still kind of new to the position. But we saw last year when he did have opportunities, he had some flashes, but then there was also times where like, yeah, you need to work on this, because there were times where he would miss the hole, whatever. But there was also times, he hit the hole correctly and he had decent yards out of it. So, but I'm in agreement that he is more like a gadget guy and a return guy.
Oh yeah,
John Anderson.
Shout out to Price Carter, man. He was
the cold play.
He was big up in Emmett Johnson a lot.
So and I do remember when Price was on there, and I did mention Johnson, and you asked me, Chuck, and put me on the spot. I said Alvin Kamara comparison. So yeah.
So this fact came up from Braden Turner. Shout out to Braden. Only 2 Big Ten running backs in the last 20 years have had 1,400 rushing yards and 350 or more receiving yards in the season. Saquon Barkley and Emmett Johnson.
Nice company.
Right.
That doesn't mean
he was second team All-American.
That means the pick is in for Josh Allen was sacked 40 times last year. My God.
I mean, some of that was on Josh.
Exactly.
30 of that was on Josh.
Tanner Colesville, Jacksonville.
Yeah, you way behind, bro.
I know. I wasn't paying attention. I just saw it pop up.
Buffalo got the next 2 picks.
You got the intent on your TV.
Yeah, I'm on 167.
So
that boy I got numbers on the screen.
Where Trey drunk ass at, man? He ain't woke.
Oh.
Trey was doing impressions last night, man. I gotta go back and watch night 2.
I gotta watch, because I wasn't able to see during the time that I stepped back and watch.
He was doing impressions and
yeah, we was talking about Xavier Legette, and he started doing them.
That was hilarious.
Yep, Rashard will be.
I didn't have a lot to laugh about last night, but I did laugh about that. Don't forget, Smith will be a returner.
Nah, you and D-Mac that first night, though.
Oh,
boy.
Shit happens,
The first night was rough.
That's the first night we've had.
Both of us arguing back and forth, except I was the calm one last year.
Yeah. Oh man, it's funny to go back and look at that show, because me and DG were just dejected.
No, we're distraught, bro.
I think if you get enough time to sit with anything, you can convince yourself. If you're a logical fan, you can convince yourself.
Well, yeah, look, at the end of the day, Brett Veach, Andy Reid, and these guys, they're not going to do something like John Gruden and Mike Mayock shit. They're not complete fucking idiots. So you can understand the vision as far as what their choices are. And I understand their vision. I may disagree with the pathway and what they chose to do, but still, I can understand it. I can see it.
Damn.
I always say it. They know more football than I do. So,
dang.
I may disagree, but at the end of the day, I'm still just a fan, bro.
Exactly.
And to answer your question, I am concerned about that. That is, I think, is one real weakness as far as our roster is concerned right now. And it's just something you got to deal with in 12 personnel. You're going to be weak at the point of attack. You can still design a run game around.
The Bills got Kilgore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can still design a run game around not necessarily having those guys, but it's unfortunate that where you have to make the adjustments accordingly.
Damn.
Man, Bills got two of the guys that was on our watch list.
We have a trade. The Bills traded their second pick to who? Detroit.
Damn, look at them! Look at them actually being smart for once.
I mean, you kind of got no choice, man. The window's only so big for Josh Allen.
But remember, Chuck, it's never his fault.
Right.
First tweet from Emmett Johnson. Kansas City, let's do it.
If Josh would have just had some help.
The Lions get Kendrick Law. Wide receiver for Kentucky.
Josh would have just had some help.
Leave Josh alone.
It's not his fault he threw 4 picks.
Let me tell you something,
It's not his fault he had the ball out like a loaf of bread in the end of the second half and dropped it.
Exactly.
It's not his fault that he's worried about Haley Steinfeld being pregnant and worried about if the baby is really his and not Michael B. Jordan's.
Oh my God.
Michael B. Jordan.
That's messed up. I know I just went too far. I'm sorry, but after watching that scene in Sinners, I said, God damn, girl. I wonder how Josh feels about that part. I know he was like the GIF where it was like,
Oh my God. Oh man.
I know. I'll just okay. I know. I'm a Magruder. My cousin Aaron Magruder created.
Are you talking about the part where she was drooling in Sinners?
Oh, come on. Think about it. I'm saying, if I'm with my girl, I might be a little like, okay, I don't know. I hope you're not still talking to this nigga, low-key. I hope this is just a movie deal. Y'all professional. Come on now. Like, just know. I'm just saying. Especially they're showing up at the Oscars, and then they make the joke, oh, wow, look, Smoking Stack got both Wami and Haley Prayed. I'm like, oh, here we go again with this shit, bro. And then after that same night after I saw that, somebody retweeted my little post on X when I did the Josh Allen, like, when he reacted to that scene when Haley's like, you know, when you fucked me, I thought you was thinking about me. I'm like, dang, bro. Like, boy, she thirsty, especially when she drooling and all that. I'm like, bro.
She was a vampire, man.
I already know. But just the fact that
she was a vampire.
She was a vampire, man.
I know she was a vampire. You like, what is that? Spit? You want some? I'm like, oh hell no.
Oh my God.
My cousin said one time, my female cousin, she's like, if my boyfriend tried to do some shit like that to me, I'd knock him the fuck. I'm like, damn, all right.
A body fluid exchange.
It's not It's a word to the wise. You should not try that with everybody.
I like P-Back when he shows his funny part.
It's in my blood, man. It's just, you know, Magruders, man. We go there sometimes about stuff, man. And that night, I ain't gonna lie, that night, bro, if somebody got me started, I would just blurt it out, just like, hey, man, just like my cousin said in the speech years ago. And it was like, he's a 9/11 truther too. You know, creator of the Boondocks, Aaron Magruder. He basically said, like, when somebody told him, you know what, I'm gonna go, you know, talk to our congressman after 9/11. Shut the fuck up. That's what he would always say. Shut the fuck up. They don't care about what you got to say. You have no say. You're not important. That's what I was going to say to any of these fans who say anything about complaining about the Chiefs picks and stuff. And I'm like, that's my same going to. You have no say. You're not important. They don't care. All they care about is you send your ass an Arrowhead and cheer in the loudest stadium before they moved over to Kansas. So that's the point.
That's for sure. They care.
How you get Batman to do your pick, man? I don't like that. And then you pick Riley Nowakowski. You got to pick somebody great if you got Batman doing your pick.
Well, look, it's a positive.
We are.
Consider actually PFF called him the best run blocking tight end in the draft class.
All right.
But he's more of an H-back guy because he's 6'2", 240.
All right, we're going to pick 170.
9 picks away here?
We got 176, right?
Okay. I could.
Yeah, we are. I'm going to pick 170. Yeah, they still got 5-minute rounds? Cleveland, the pick is in. Who's the best available? Katron Allen? I don't think we're. Man, I would love to go linebacker here.
Lawson's still on the board. There's also
Is
Kelly
Aiden
from
Fisher still on the
BYU.
board?
Perkins.
Zane Durant still on the board, but I think he's a DT. I forgot.
AD tackle. So we got Wood, so we don't need him. So.
Cleveland, who you gonna pick? Joe Royer, tight end, Cincinnati.
Mm.
Tight end starting to go. What's that tight end from Mississippi State? Daquan Wright?
Yeah.
Did y'all like him? Okay.
Not my favorite.
Damn, Jalen Kilgore. Who is this girl in these shorts?
This guy country dog.
I know, man.
Was it his sister? I don't know. I seen a pic of
a year we get one girlfriend or wife ends up going viral, but I haven't seen that happen this year so far.
Chuck, CJ forgot to tag you.
That's crazy. Where like, how do I?
Hey, no, he redid the tweet because the first time he wrote it too fast and spelled Kingdom Cash wrong.
He said, "Being not the tag is crazy."
He can't contain the excitement. Oh, did Michael Trigg get picked up?
He did, I believe.
He did? Oh, okay.
Maybe I made that.
I can't wait for that first tell the truth for the Emmett Johnson segment.
Lord, I gotta get the cut.
Patriots having a good draft. Oh, Patriots the one that got Eli Raridon, whatever.
Yeah, Raridon. Yeah, they got him.
Michael Trigg has not been taken. I'm sorry about that.
Ooh, Deion Burks hasn't been taken either.
Price Carter, friend of the show. I could cry tears of joy.
Hell yeah.
He a corner.
Yeah, he had planted his flag with Emmett Johnson.
Yeah.
Man. Real
position wise, I still think they could use another safety. If they wanted to go jack injuries, I could also understand the tight end aspect. Linebacker is live.
Too early to get Kevin Coleman?
No. If they wanted to go Kevin Coleman, I'd be in support of that. Obviously, they're now.
Yeah, he's still available.
It appears they're now fine with looking at the offensive side of the ball.
I had the money ball picks.
I think they go back defense. I'm going to be honest.
I would very much like Will Dissly. I agree.
Oh, the tight end?
Mm-hmm.
I hope they don't showcase him in preseason and then totally forget about him like they did Big Bob. They showcased Big Bob Tunyon all preseason, then was like, yeah, we good.
Yeah, and he barely played him. I'm like, man, what the heck?
It's like he got like 4 snaps.
Like, all right. That was definitely some politics of that.
They traded up and they did trade down 30 picks. Okay, that makes sense.
All I ever wanted was a black green news.
But yeah, big boy down south. It might be Harold Perkins Jr. That could be the spot.
I would love it. I would love it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's an interesting tweet. Jordan Reed likes Emmett Johnson.
Yeah.
Good. I like you, Jordan. I like you. We would love to have Jordan Reed on the show, on the platform.
I think everybody right now is probably saying the Chiefs probably got the most valuable pickup of day 3.
It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there.
Depends on if Jamar McCoy is healthy, but I will definitely say this has been the best value at the running back position for sure.
Oh yeah.
I guess this would be a good time. We can go ahead and take a look and see at the best available board, and you guys can tell me any of these guys really stand out to you. Bring it up.
I definitely wanted Jalen Kilgore.
At the tight end position, like I mentioned, Jack Injuries and Michael Trigger still there. Injuries would be the pick for me personally. I will say that we're probably out of the running back business. Kevin Coleman Jr. is the only wide receiver that really interests me personally. I know Eric McAllister is still down there. That depends on what they've done off the field work. It feels like he's obviously slipped for a specific reason. Linebacker wise, PMAC does like Lawson. Harold Perkins Jr. obviously is CJ's favorite. I'm a big fan of Lander Barton, Aiden Fisher, and Jack Kelly personally. Edge wise, I think because of the R. Mason Thomas pick and that style, I would not necessarily be targeting any of these guys that possibly could be DPR types. Though, if you wanted another Ashton Gelati type, you could go with Kate Curry, but that just wouldn't be where I would go.
Renzo Styles Jr. to the Saints.
Safety out of Ohio State. I do like Damani Jackson. I don't know if they want to go corner again, but I could understand it. And safety wise, Robert Spears Jennings is somewhat interesting. Bishop Fitzgerald, you could maybe squint and get there. Jalen Stroman, but those would be the three to highlight there. Any of these guys, you guys are like, hey, I want to get?
I want the fullback from Navy. Not right now.
What's his name again?
It looked like linebackers where we need to go here.
Yeah, give me a linebacker.
Yeah, they're a good linebacker targets here.
Give me Perkins. Give me Perkins.
Aiden Fisher from Indiana. You had the green dot leading them to the national championship.
I wouldn't be mad about that either.
He probably would be like what Ben Neiman wishes that he was.
Please don't bring up the name Ben Neiman around, Chuck.
Yeah,
okay, another band name. Okay, got it.
Certain names, Ben and his brother are both banned. Ooh. Come on, Ravens. Who y'all got? Baltimore on the clock twice? Why we ain't got no double picks? Ooh. Come on, Baltimore.
Anybody else on the best available list you guys want to mention? Sorry.
Okay. Well, I know I should pick a single player, but there's 4 guys that I have in mind. I think Trigg.
You don't have to limit to one.
All right, cool. Well, there's Andres from Texas. There's Trigg. There is Burks on the board that's available. And I mean, if you want to go linebacker, that's fine too. I mean, one of the top linebackers available. I'm okay with that too. I mean, there's also Bishop Fitzgerald, excuse me.
Come on, Ravens, make the pick. Jesus Christ. They got a punter on the best available. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think any kickers have gotten drafted yet. Kickers or punters.
I thought Zane Durant would be gone by now.
He was mocked around like this round and later, 6th round. He should be picked up.
Ooh, I would never try to pronounce that name. Olavega. The hell was that? What happened to the guys named Chris?
Or Harold.
What about Tom?
Or Mark.
Right. Yeah, I like the Emmett Johnson pick. That's probably gonna be a lot of people's favorite pick of the draft. They got cheers in this room, which is rare. Baltimore, who did you pick? Jesus Christ. All that for Josh Cuvas? Tight end from Alabama? I ain't gonna lie. Delane got a 5 jersey. If I am in the jersey market, 5 is one of my favorite numbers. So I think I might be in that market for a Delane jersey.
So I'm a
Oh, they're talking about Diana Rossini on the thing. Sorry.
Oh,
I was surprised to hear them mention it.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see the Chiefs actually pay him after his rookie contract before I consider that.
I mean, by round 5, you should be down to 2-minute picks. It shouldn't be no thinking about it. You should know what you're trying to do.
All right, we are getting close to it where the Chiefs are going to be on the clock here.
If the Ravens would hurry up.
Crying.
Ravens got Zion Young.
So after the Chiefs pick here at 176, they will not be picking again until 249. So there will be a good bit of time that we can wait as far as that is concerned.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break and then come back at 2:30.
Then that ass. Take a nice little break.
Yeah, we're not gonna ride it out to 2.
Can't do it. Cannot do it. We wrote it out from 109. Well, technically, I guess 102 to 176. We're not writing it out any further than that.
There's been a lot of talk about Draft Day, of course, the movie. I still want to watch that movie.
You're saying with all
do live commentary on Draft Day.
There are
when we get a Patreon, that's probably going to be one of the first things I want to do.
There are like YouTube, what's it called? YouTube channels that react to movies and they show the clips. I don't know how they do it though, without like getting demonetized. So
yeah, they probably Josh Cueva. Is he?
That's a good block. Pistons gonna try and make a comeback here, man. Oh,
yeah, they try to make a late charge.
Yeah, Chuck, you remember when the Lewis Riddick blocked me? I got unblocked. It was a great day.
Yeah, he was happy as hell.
Why did Lewis Riddick block you?
I think
I was one of the people that vouched for you to get unblocked by Lewis.
Yeah. We had like a grassroots campaign to get me unblocked by Lewis Riddick. I told him that Lewis Riddick is Andy Reid's mouthpiece for the media.
And he didn't like that.
He did not. But I was saying that he's Andy Reid's voice to the world. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was going to leak anything, it would go to Lewis Riddick. Mm-hmm. And I think the way I worded it was pretty bad.
Not the right way to wrote it.
Yeah.
Could have gone a different way.
I should have worded that a lot way better. It was not a disrespectful term to me. Adam Randall? Who in the devil is Adam Randall?
Clemson running back.
Yeah. I did not like him personally.
He's
I'm so
6'3"
glad
and a
I
half.
got Johnson.
How is he 6? He is 6'3" running back. What is he? A failed wide receiver? This guy, he's a tight end. He fast, huh? I've never seen a 6'3" running back, bro. That's crazy. Come on, y'all. Let's get to this pick. My God. I have to wait 2 hours for Adam Randall. What the hell that is? Raiders are on the clock.
How many picks
Is there
to
any
go before
offensive tackle at this time? Are we done with those? All right, the pick is in, so we should be on the clock pretty soon. Come on, Raiders. Who you got pick? Is that Wiz Khalifa doing the pick? Oh, is that Kid Rock? Or is that Brett Michaels?
That is definitely Kid Rock, I think. I don't know. Maybe he looks kind of similar to.
Why are Pittsburgh fans screaming "Sweet Home Alabama"? I'm confused. And why is Wiz Khalifa out there? I know why he's out there, but why is he out there while they're singing that song?
Come on, man, it's Wiz, bro. He's just having a good time.
He's black and yellow.
John about said Wiz probably high.
Exactly.
Well, no, it's no doubt he's high. It's why wasn't he out there singing his song? And why is was that Kid Rock? Why is Kid Rock singing "Sweet Home Alabama"?
He sang that before in like the 2008 VMAs. He sang that especially on stage with Lil Wayne rapping some verses to it. You probably don't remember that.
I definitely don't remember that.
That same VMA, that's when Lil Wayne performed with Leona Lewis. He performed "Misunderstood," the Nina Simone sample from the Carter 3, and then he performed "A Millie," and then he did "Got Money" with T-Pain, and they showed a shot of Kobe. Shout out to Kobe, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Kobe was bumping his head to it like, yeah, go, like the Lil Wayne and T-Pain. Then later he performed with Kid Rock, and Kid Rock performed "Sweet Home Alabama," his rendition.
It's absolutely amazing. Oh my God. Hezekiah Masters go to the Raiders. That's a good pick.
Are you really like that, Hezekiah?
Yeah, Hezekiah Masters.
Staying out.
That boy, y'all want to see I'm trying to find this. Give me a second. Hold on.
No, I was gonna say it's amazing how PMAC mind worked. I like that. Because who in the hell knew who performed at the VMAs in 2008? Like, why would you have that random knowledge in the back?
I'm a culture expert, man. I grew up around all that stuff, man. Shoot.
I admire it, man. I admire it because I would have been like, yeah, you know that one VMAs that nobody watched.
Or just like being 4 years old and that one Source Awards. I remember my cousin Nikki doing my sister's hair, and I wasn't even paying attention, but I do remember what caught my attention was my cousin had it on, and Suge Knight said that shit towards Diddy. Shout out to Tupac, keep his guards up, ride with him. And then any artists out there that want to come to death row, don't have to worry about the executive producer, being all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to death row. I remember my cousin saying, "Oh shit, he done started some shit." And it led to the East Coast West Coast war, man. But then, so.
You guys want to see Emmett Johnson's response on Instagram?
Let's see it,
man.
Let's peep it.
Cheers.
Yes, sir. Y'all getting the dog, bro. I'm telling you. Y'all getting the dog, bro. Super Bowl Eve. I'm telling y'all getting the dog.
Hey, that's all need to be said right there.
That's all need to be said. Y'all getting the dog.
We know, young fella. We know we getting the dog. We glad to have you in the kingdom, man.
That's probably the pick that I've been most happy about all drafts. Johnson.
There's probably gonna be a few others here. You never know.
Internet is so weird. Why do y'all want to break up Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson so much?
It does not sound like that. It does not sound like it's an internet issue. It sounds like it's a Klay Thompson issue.
Is that real?
Yeah, it is. It is real.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It is real.
But the other day they were breaking them up the other day, so I didn't know if that was real or not. Okay.
No, that one is real. So I honestly I think that Meg should try probably a normal human being. It appears because the celebrities are not working out for her.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I got.
Maybe a guy that loves sports.
Don't try a guy in sports. Just try a guy that likes sports.
St. Louis guy.
All right, Cyrus Allen, wide receiver out
of
Cincinnati.
Okay.
I would have preferred
Kevin Coleman.
Yes, I would have preferred Kevin Coleman Jr. personally, as far as that is concerned. If you're talking about the speedy guy, can do some of the return stuff. It's not what I would have gone with. I would have had Coleman over Cyrus Allen. Obviously, there's a lot of Bearcat ties, I would say. In
13 touchdowns is crazy.
But I just don't like his upside as a wide receiver, where I thought that Coleman did have more upside as a wide receiver. That's the separation for me personally. But he can return kicks.
Yeah.
And that's a positive as far as that.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. He's about 5'11", 180. So he's on the thinner side, I would say. Personally, he's not, kind of built a little bit. I did just, it's,
well, at least we got Emmett Johnson, right?
That's great point. At least we got Emmett Johnson.
Yeah, it was kind of a mad. It's kind of a mad pick.
It was a little deflating, a little bit. I'm sorry. Cyrus, I hope you end up being a great wide receiver for us next year.
Yeah, it's kind of seemed like a throwaway.
Yeah.
It kind of seemed like a throwaway pick here.
It kind of feel like it wasn't the real pick. It's just like,
so it is another Cornell Powell pick.
That's what I feel like.
He's got more special teams ability than Cornell Powell. So that's I guess you could say take that as a positive.
A lot of people going for Deion Burks here, but I guess. Yeah. Cyrus Allen wasn't on none of our boards, was he?
Not for me.
Yeah,
he didn't get a draftable grade from me personally.
Okay. Was that the real pick, bro? Because nobody's talking about the pick.
No, it's a real pick. Jordan tweeted it out, and they flashed it on the screen.
Okay. Because, yeah. Well, I had a ball with you guys. I'm gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close it down here. P-Mac, you got anything you want to mention on Cyrus Allen before we get out of here?
I heard about him and Jeff Caldwell, what they did at Cincinnati. I think he's another valuable pickup, but I feel like the Chiefs are also going to rely on Jalen Royals to step up, and also believe that they might, like I said, bring your Tyreek Hill jerseys out. So I think we addressed the important positions, and I think with the Emmett Johnson thing, I'm okay with this draft. So that's all.
That's fair. I'm really happy about Emmett Johnson, and I really don't care that they just took Cyrus Allen. That's how I kind of feel about it. Chuck, Country, anything?
He ran a 4.47. So
all right, I think that's it. The
Is that
what I said?
4.47. All right, I'm going through his Twitter right now. That's all right.
Country got his glasses on. Well, he run a 4.47. It's been getting out the mud.
Man.
Get out the mud, Rashad McCants.
Getting out the mud, Rashad McCants. The Dolphins take Kevin Coleman Jr. right after. Damn it.
Oh,
we got to get off this before this pisses me off anymore.
Oh, great.
It's the Kingdom Cast live stream. We'll be back for 249, man. Shout out Chuck. Shout out Country. Shout out Pete Mac. Shout out
You got an 8.69 RAS score. That's not bad.
It's been Tell the Truth. See y'all later.
The Magruder Files.
Yes, Magruder Files.
2 words for you.
Magruder Files. 2 words for
Hit that like button. Hit that hype button.
Hit that
Emmett Johnson.
Hit the like button.
Hype it up. Hype it up.
Emmett Johnson.
K9 to Emmett Johnson.
Hey, at least we got Emmett Johnson.
Got Emmett Johnson.
Get it out the mud.
Dynamite.
Oh man! All right, we will see you guys back here in however long it takes to get near 249, and then we'll be able to wrap everything up. Peace up, guys.
Peace.